Hello everyone, welcome to Skulls and Screwery, because we're pirates. Alright?
Arr,
Arr! Yeah, arr, arr. Alright.
we be booty pirates.
Yes, we are playing Pathfinder, and this is Pathfinder Pirates. The stream is for anyone over the age of 13, basically those of you who can actually hold up a cup of rum. If you're under the age of 13, basically you're a teetotaler, then you need to seriously get your parents' permission or guardian's permission to watch the stream. If you do not have the permission from your parents or guardian to watch this stream, we are going to throw you overboard, which means you get the fuck out. Alright.
Fuck!
Yep.
Fuck, shit, pussy,
Oh,
ass,
Jesus, fuck!
damn, bitch, damn,
Jerry's like
pussy,
suddenly
shit,
bitch
fuck.
loud. I had to turn Jerry loud because that
Point
was
taken.
that was playing in my fucking ears.
Aha, suffer, bitch.
We just need
You
to
should
remind
know
you.
by now I tend to be overboard with stuff.
You need to turn
Why
it
go
down.
half measures when you can go above
Right
and
click
beyond
and
what's
select
normal?
user volume and turn it down. Or you can mute it.
Somebody's been hard at work with themes.
Actually,
What's that?
yeah, I found this a while back, and honestly, I feel like it's possibly the closest theme I could find for Saradreth. And of course, she's not listening.
I'm fucking pissed.
Why are
Why?
you mad today?
You know, just my whole entire life, I am always muted.
Well,
Y-
stop
y-
muting yourself.
I'm sorry, do you want to hear me burp and vape in your ear?
Sure, we'll
No.
take
I'm
it.
being courteous.
No, do not do it. That is a sacrificial right to death.
The decibels will kill you.
Right. Okay.
she just does have that whole thing going on. It just explodes out everywhere.
You said it was what? Soundpad?
Yup.
Yeah, so if Ruby
Oh yeah, it's
ever,
$5.
Ruby's never allowed to show you guys what my spread is right now, but I look like a fat kid at Christmas.
Cool.
We got fudge. Here we go. We got some fudge graham cookies here.
That's just one container of what I have near me right now.
Yep. And then we have peanut butter chocolate cookies and some oranges, and some Twizzlers and some cola, and it continues from there. Cause fuck drunk food, junk food. Woohoo! All right.
Junk food.
All right. So.
Me about to get a bag of carrots sat in front of me.
All right, with that being said, I'm going to put that over there. All right, so where we left off, you guys were on the boat. The boat got hit with a huge storm, and
Mama showed up.
Sarissa's mom showed up and actually quelled the storm and then got on the boat.
Trying to fuck everybody.
Yeah, and she's been flirting with anything male, and some things female.
Bet.
Delmer got mesmerized. I was not quite so smitten, but I was like, hello.
Delmer is actually pissed. He was crafting, and he was having the time of his life, and that dumb bitch fucking made him lose focus.
Because she got boobies.
Listen, I've seen many boobies in my life, but never have they bounced so magnificently.
Ow.
Sarissa feels some slight inadequacy feelings when seeing her mother.
Would she be offended if I tried to fuck her mom?
No, she would not.
Cool, well, do I even need to roll? I just have to walk by her?
Nope. She ain't sleeping with you.
What? Why?
You fell for
She has a different target in mind.
Well, no,
Who?
there are several targets in mind. Remember, the question I asked last game was, what was everybody's charisma score? What was everybody's
Everybody's, because you just said everybody's, you just said the males.
Oh, sorry. I forgot to get everybody's charisma score. I wanted everybody's charisma score, and with Sarissa being the exception, and then it was also strength and con and dex.
Okay, I just
That
remember
feels
giving it
very
charisma.
invasive. You want the total or
Just like basically, is it high, something like that.
the mod?
The mod will work.
Dexterity 5, con 1, charisma 3.
Okay.
Strength 4, dexterity 4, charisma 4, con 2.
Oh, strength is 0.
Okay. Marsh,
Yeah.
how about yours?
What, my charisma?
Strength, dex, con, and charisma.
I don't feel comfortable sharing that with the party.
Then just send it to the DM.
Yeah, so it's 20, 20, 20, and 25.
Somehow I
Where the
don't
hell-
believe
Where
you.
the hell you been bulking up when nobody was paying attention, bro?
You think I'll be doing push-ups in the back while reading books?
He is the most swole freaking, artificer ever.
Hey Ruby, can we start doing physical training between session? I need stat boost, bro.
Oh my god.
Let's work on the intense. We'll put on the intense workout theme. YMCA and some shit.
Yeah, so here's my question. Do I have bonus strength now since I've been dealing with the massive stonk recoil of my fucking gun?
Not quite. And now Anne's
Aw.
playing the song. Yeah, she tried to turn it. Okay. So, you guys are hanging out on the deck below, and the ship is moving forward. She has been making conversation with various characters. Um, one of the characters that she's been told to stay off limits of is Runir.
Why would that be?
He is not to fuck my bodyguard.
That's the obvious choice.
Seeing as his strength is, what is it? Plus, it's 8, 4, 5, 1. Yep. All right. With that being said, so Delmer's going back to crafting, or is he thoroughly distracted?
His minions are doing the crafting.
Okay, fair enough.
I got some stuff I'm working on. So I'm gonna.
So can I
Wait,
actually
wait.
start doing like push-ups to get strength or nah?
No. Well, you could start doing push-ups, and then when you get your 4th level bonus, you can claim that because you did all those push-ups, you get strength increase.
We're level 8,
9.
9. So we've already had 2 stat increases.
Yep. She will lean over at one point and give Vishnu pets.
Okay, so Vishnu is going to tilt his rather large head and just gaze at a more adult version of our employer.
Yep. Now, okay.
Okay, Diablo.
Now, with that being said, you'll notice that Vishnu does have a lot of heat that comes off of him because of that green flame shit.
Yes.
And whenever she touches him, there's some slight steam between wherever they contact.
She gonna fuck the dog.
How hot is the dog? I mean, if there's steam coming off him.
She's a water elemental.
He radiates a emerald green fire on a daily basis. It when he pads around, it's around the bottom of his feet.
Yeah. All right. With that being said, though, what?
I'm gonna-
All right. So she will look over the party, have conversations. A lot of the sailors, I use that term in quotations, are kind of distracted by her to the point where the first mate comes down, which is the first mate. If you remember, the captain was. Oh, I just remembered it too, and I just forgot it. I hate it when that happens. Like yeah, I know he's small. I think it was a rat folk. No, goblin. He was a goblin. The first mate comes down. The first mate is a rather large human, and he just yells at the sailors. Is like, get back to work, or I'll swear to God, I'll drag you on the underside of the vessel. I will keyhole every single one of you. And they're all like run in panic and shit. But she just kind of huffs for a second, sighs, and then turns to the party and goes, "So, uh, everyone, it's a pleasure to meet you. Sadly, there's not enough rooms on this ship, so I will need a place to rest."
I nominate my pants as tribute.
Marissa actually spits out her bones.
Oh, God.
Choke song.
That was pretty good, Marsh.
Oh my God.
Roll us a charisma check with a +4 bonus.
No. Give me a second. Let me catch my breath first. All right. So with that being said, I'm guessing you're saying that in earnest.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Marsh, I need.
You missed an opportunity for a really good joke. Or I bet you're saying this in earnest. No, I'm saying it in awkward.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I should have said that.
All right.
I am.
Give
a
me
little bit
give
upset.
me a diplomacy check. And
Oh
for
boy.
and for that entertaining thing, I will grant you 1 extra point. Damn it.
There we go.
So 24. All right. Does anybody
No,
else?
turn.
Oh, it's 23. You included the +1?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So anybody else have something to try to pipe up?
I am currently trying to cough bad beer out of my lungs with Rainier beating on my back trying to get it out of my lungs from me choking.
Grahati lets out a
Eggles.
hearty laugh.
Nominate my pants as tribute. Marsh, why do you always come up with situations that will forever be remembered in games?
I don't fucking know. However, if she does deny my request, what day are we on?
You're on day 2.
Of travel?
Yeah.
So
2 out of 4.
technically, I do have enough to start.
Oh no, 2 out of 3. Sorry.
I do have enough to start. You know what?
Okay.
So technically, I could invite her there if she wants.
All right. Anybody? No one else is gonna speak up. Just Graha's gonna laugh.
Hold on.
I'm choking my lungs out.
Ego's going to
I'm in my room.
Ego's going to turn to Marsh, or I mean, Delmore, and say, "You sure you can handle her all on your own? She might be too much for you."
That's not Ego's voice.
It's good enough.
Yeah.
We're not
No.
gonna go with a crazy voice tonight, please.
Yeah.
I mean,
No.
I
I
did
ended
ride a
last
buck
session
once.
with. I ended last session with Ego putting stuff around his neck. So for this session, it's just my normal voice.
So
Next session, it'll be a different one
we're
until
gonna
he
turn
eventually
this,
gets his original voice back.
we're gonna turn this into like a massive orgy.
What?
I would not agree to that.
I mean, it has the possibility.
It's like all of a sudden I feel like we should be playing that sound effect that's like harder, daddy. What?
Wait. I wonder if Summon Monster has any helpers.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
No, no. Anybody mentions that, just glare at everybody.
Dedicated right. I order you to smash that ass.
Oh, God.
I'ma fuck you so hard these guys are gonna get you a new pair of legs in the morning.
Oh wait, does that picture mean that that's the one you chose, Am?
Yes.
It's so cute, I love it.
Okay, so is Sarah Dreth gonna speak up, or what is Sarah Dreth's proclivities?
I'm in my motherfucking bedroom.
Okay. Oh yeah, you went to your bedroom.
I don't know these people that well yet.
Okay, fair enough.
Does
Is one.
does she? What does the lovely Cirrus's mom have to say about Martian's commentary? I mean, Grahati is laughing, but in his head, I will say it is. He is entertaining the thought. I mean, Summon Monster does have many benefits.
And her name, by the way, is Suna.
As Suna.
Suna.
Gotcha.
Yeah, here, let me type it. There. Oh God, we're horrible people.
Really go, really, Mom?
Listen, just because she wants a real man.
uh, she's like she
I will
could.
take that as an insult towards my father.
Nothing against your father. I just need a place to sleep for the night.
I don't care what you do, just I don't want to hear it.
It's your birthday.
Oh, you're gonna hear something, Lassie.
No, I won't. If I hold up one of the door cards I hijacked from Little Oak Harbor.
Why would you steal from Uncle Bob?
It's okay, I don't have to hear any of you guys fucking around.
We're gonna be doing a lot of that. Trust me.
She will get a giggle out of what
Yeah.
Delmer says.
Yes. A female laughed at my joke. I'm no longer a simp.
Jesus.
Does Delmer understand awkward? I can't remember.
Yes, I can.
Yes.
Say
That's
it.
awkward.
So I look at my mother and go, just don't kill him.
I
Ouch.
broke my gun!
You broke your gun.
Oh shit.
Fuck, it's over.
Oh shit.
God damn it.
In awkward, I respond, wait, what's gonna happen to my dick?
You hear a really loud bang.
Well, actually, here's the thing. Natural ones are not applied to skill checks. You can't botch a skill check. Just like you can't critical a skill check.
There's still bad shit that happens when you roll specific numbers with gunsmithing, though, isn't there?
If
yeah,
you
like
roll
you
it
wanna
low
grab.
enough. You have to be under 15.
Oh,
So you just make no progress.
fuck.
You basically, while maintaining your gun, you basically got it
This
more
is the
dirty.
new one.
Oh, okay. So you make very, very, very little progress. You
My
basically
head's
got the
not
materials
thinking.
on the table.
My PTSD is kicked in today.
Yeah, every time you touch it, you see, the face of your loved ones that you've left behind.
My dead husband.
Yeah.
So Vishnu hears the play about going through, and he is intelligent, but he's not the most. He's not the most intelligent. So he
He a
goes.
fucking dog.
Well, yes, but he still has more intelligent than he has, like magical beast level of intelligence, which is almost human level, but not quite.
Little
So
potato
Fine.
farmer.
so he looks over and he goes, "Dumber want to breed, lady."
Oh my god.
My character chokes yet again.
It's mating season.
His tail wags.
At least he's honest.
Rainier is going to blush heavily at this point.
Duh.
I think there's a mod for Skyrim for that.
I'm going to my room. Near door duty. I'm just rubbing my temples, going, "Oh, please shoot me in Aquan."
So he
So
looks
you
at
don't want to make it a threesome?
he looks at Cirrus.
I literally turn around and slap him, and then walk to my room.
Oh,
Wait, no. I want to do diplomacy.
No, you can't diplomacy a PC.
Diplomacy that.
You want to join us for a threesome there?
oh.
Nothing. You can react to it as you like. Okay, you still get slapped.
Why?
Because you can't diplomacy.
You
Another
literally
character.
just asked me to have a threesome with my own mother, who I have
Okay.
met never before in my life that I can remember.
Okay, but why she blows me? You can just eat my ass. It's okay. You don't have to like it.
Alright, and also, I did state one of the rules earlier on that is using diplomacy on another player just simply states how well you say the idea. It doesn't actually have any effect on the results, not like you would using diplomacy on a non-player character.
Hey, Becky, let's fuck.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
She'll shake her head, Suna will shake her head and get a Chuck giggle and then pat Delmer on the head and goes, "It looks like so far you're the only one who's offering."
I blush.
Mommy.
What was that?
Mommy.
I literally said,
Alright.
just don't kill him or drown him or any derivation thereof. I need him intact.
I'll
I'm gonna have
be
some private time.
I'll be gentle. She'll grin.
From what I heard from Dad, that's not true.
You can be as rough as you like, my lady.
Huh?
I pull my right leg back and I bend down, extending my arm and hand.
Milady.
My lady. Tip
Do you have a? I was about to ask. Do you have a katana secretly as well?
You wearing a
I
fedora?
can make one. Do I have a fedora, Ruby? This is very important.
Did you get one when you started the game?
I mean, not technically, but my
It's a
profile
piece of
picture-
clothing that's actually pretty common, so you could probably get a fedora pretty quick.
Yeah! Milady tips fedora off his hand. Does she take?
Yeah, she'll go with you.
Oh man.
And then a flash of
You okay?
light. Poof! We're gone.
Are you
I
okay, hun?
doth partake of this bounty.
Hun, are
We are
you
now-
okay?
We are now in a special place, away from all of you bitches.
All right. So, Marsh,
Mhm.
I know you don't have the skill perform,
Oh no.
Oh no.
so you will need a charisma check.
Okay, so here's the thing. I don't have perform, but I do have jack of all trades.
Which does what?
I believe it's the same jack of all trades for bards.
Okay, so give me a
Anything they're
second.
not proficient with, they get some kind of bonus. I can't remember what it is.
Yeah, give me a second.
I think it's half your class level for bard.
I thought it was half your proficiency. No, that's right. That's 5e.
10th level, you can use any skill and does not that normally requires you to be trained. So it gives you no bonus, no anything. It just lets you make the skill check, even if it requires a single point to use.
Okay.
Yeah, and at
Okay.
16th level, all skills are class skills. At 19th level, you could take 10 on any check, even if it's not normally allowed. So in this
Okay.
case, you could still make the roll, which is still a charisma check.
Oh boy, and you said for perform?
Yep, give me a second. I gotta pull up the right book. Because
My dick about to fall off.
Perform sexual technique. What?
My dick fell off.
it still fits.
It doesn't
Okay,
fit.
give me
Am
a
I
second.
big
Camera's
enough?
covered.
I thought I
Nice.
was above average, but damn.
I want you in that later. Damn it. You ruined my fun. I bet.
Ba 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 da da ba ba ba.
Getting
ba,
bossy, are we?
ba, da, ba,
Ooh,
ba,
step
ba,
pushing
da,
it
ba,
up.
ba, ba, da, bum, 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 ba, da, ba, bum, ba, dum.
Alright, give me a second. I gotta get to the right page.
Ba, da, ba, da, ba, da, 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 da,
Page
da, da, da,
40.
bum.
Alright.
Do I
Marsh.
still get a bonus from earlier?
No.
Roll that nat 20. Let's
Yeah.
go.
Roll your perform check. So you rolled an 8.
Okay.
Wait,
And
what was the first one? Oh, it was the charisma.
You don't have a charisma bonus?
I know. I'm not a charisma boy.
alright. Oh wait, it gets better. Or worse, depending on how the roll goes. You also get a constitution check.
He's pregnant. Fuck.
No,
like
constitu-
a con roll?
Yeah, it's 1d20 plus your constitution modifier. Here's the thing though.
Uh-huh.
You get a +2 on it right now automatically, and if you have the endurance feat, that's another +4.
Nope.
So you 18. So
Is
you
Summer
last.
about to be a dad?
No, it means he lasts for 1 hour.
Damn, boy!
No, I just meant since Sarista's around, does that mean like she has a babies often or what?
No. Water elementals can choose when to have children.
Ooh.
Damn, boy. Damn,
Let's hope your
boy.
mating dance was successful.
Yep, his mating dance was successful. Guess what? Now it's her turn.
What?
No.
It's how good you're about to enjoy this, so give me a second.
Did she enjoy it at all? Because I feel like that 8 was bad.
The 8 is bad,
So she
Were
did
you
not
a
have a
virgin? Is this your first time?
apparently.
Okay, I may or may not have been in the gulag for my entire life.
6.
I
Alright,
don't leave the forge.
and she's
The forge is my pussy.
Oh,
Come
God.
get this pussy, baby.
Alright, so if I've done my math right, this should be her perform check. Oh no, wait,
Can
correction.
I call in a favor from Raftalia to get some aphrodisiacs up in this bitch?
Nope, ready?
No.
Oh!
Oh!
Nat 20.
Oh my god!
You have been smitten by the kitten.
Oh my god, okay, I need to roll for...
Delmer's pregnant after this.
Hello?
Never before in science. The pregnant man.
Hello? I can't feel my dick.
Fell off.
Double nat 20.
I'm working on it, just shush. So it's 6 plus her con mod, which is
So
Nine.
how long does she make me feel good?
a 24, which is
It's over an hour.
hour.
We know that much.
It's an hour. You need 25 for 2 hours.
Damn.
So she was 1 point shy of 2 hours.
Could you imagine, like, your partner keeps going and your dick literally falls off? I feel like
That
I've
would-
done that before.
That would be painful, silly.
It's not even like I'm hard, it's just the blood is trapped there.
The suction is too strong. I feel like I've done that before.
Wait.
Let me ask the peanut gallery.
Here we go.
Oh, the peanut gallery's asleep. Never mind.
Oh no. Can we go for round 2?
Not for 24 hours. You don't get to make
Oh, no.
another check for 24 hours.
His dick fell off, that's why.
So
Does mom start looking for a better partner?
not yet. She does give him a chance. After Delmer successfully passes out, because at that point he would, with a 45 in perform. Jesus fuck.
Never will he ever be satisfied again.
Yeah, I know. God damn.
I quit.
I
don't
just
wanna
thought
play
that was
this
funny.
game
I had to
anymore.
use it.
What was that, Sel?
I said I quit. I don't want to play this game anymore. You guys need me? I'll be in a cold shower.
I didn't know you were that big a fan of Quagmire, but here you go.
Good you.
Alright, so Marsh, your performance was not even a routine performance.
Aww.
Are you trying to fucking hell, Delmer?
Hers, unfortunately, max caps at 30 with extraordinary performance.
She's been at this for a while. She knows how to pop that pussy.
She put on some love making music. And the next thing that you know is Delmer's world was rocked.
All
By
you
the
know
way,
was a triple
this has
backflip.
a secondary effect.
Oh,
Now,
no.
normally with perform, you just get money. With perform techniques, sexual techniques, she will now gain a +4 diplomacy bonus against you
What?
until the next encounter that you guys go at it.
Damn.
The only thing that Marge hears in his head is "Damn, boy!" Every time that she just walks by, he's just like, "Oh,
It's like, I want that again. Alright,
So, oh boy.
so after Sarissa goes to bed, because Rainier barely needs to sleep, he is going to double check on everybody to make sure everybody's okay. The dedicated rights are okay.
So here's the thing. Am I passed out? Passed out?
like you're asleep, passed out.
Okay, so she is officially trapped inside of my realm with me.
Unless she uses the spell plane shift.
Does she have plane shift?
I don't know. I'll have to look at her character sheet, but she might.
That rabbit just straight up died right there.
Or you've heard of go to heaven.
I'm ending on a high note. Bye, guys.
Oh, hold on. I got something.
Uh-oh. Here we go.
Right. Okay. She's dancing like a stripper. Somebody come get her. She dancing like a stripper. Ay. Somebody come get her.
Alright.
Dancing like a stripper. Ay.
Alright, we've
Oh,
had
it was
our...
almost over. It was only 15 seconds.
Oh, okay, never mind. Alright, with that being said, Rainier will double check on Ego to make sure he's okay. I'm assuming you're reading your spell books and shit.
Yes.
Alright.
Also has like a scroll wrapped around the neck.
Damn.
Rainier's just gonna be like, oh, okay.
I'm sorry, is there something wrong?
Nothing. I was just making sure you were okay, but you want to choke yourself with a magical scroll? Have at it, Huss.
Trust me, if I was to remove the scroll, my voice would shift to another tone. Completely.
Kinks are strong with this group, man.
I
Ew,
know.
Kinks are awkward by your level.
In fact, Ego
I figured.
slowly takes it off.
Would you prefer this voice instead?
Jesus, age.
Okay, so you're possessed. Got it. Have a nice night.
Daddy.
Just making sure.
Bye!
Your neighborhood
What a
friendly
lovely
demon.
little man.
He
Oh
now
my
wraps the scroll around his neck again.
Okay. He'll check on Silvarius. Or Grahatia, sorry. Wrong game.
So,
Gra-
Savard, could you?
Yeah, he plane shifted with teleport. He's like,
Mhm.
"Yo!" So Grahatia is busy. He is wrestling with Vishnu and just entertaining himself because he decided not to partake of the bounty
Yeah.
that was offered. And when he peeks in, he'll look over at excuse me, he will look over at I'm drawing a blank. Give me a second name. He'll look over at Rainier and go, "What's up? Did we run into more trouble again? Another storm?"
No. Just checking on everybody, make sure everybody's okay before I retire for the night.
Right.
As he's like kind of stumbling around, still drinking his alcohol.
Did you get lost in your flask again? He chuckles.
So, dude, you can't get lost if you don't try to find your way.
You're not wrong.
All right, you're fine. Moving on. And then
Right.
he will make his way to Sarah Drett's door and kind of drunkenly knock on it. Except it probably sounds like to her like a pounding.
Go away.
But
Are
Mama,
you okay in there?
He just hears like stifled crying.
big oof.
As Vernier basically tries to open the door, I'm assuming, is it locked or
It's
unlocked?
not locked.
Alright. He will stumble in and kind of fall to the floor, and then get back up and go, I meant to do that?
Jack Sparrow.
You okay?
I'm fine.
Looks like you're trying to piece together a puzzle and it didn't go very well.
It's a lot of things.
Ah. And like he'll kind of stumble over and kind of look at it and kind of move things around on the table and go, got metal, got wood, got metal with wood. Like holds up the stock and goes, this is kind of pretty. Maybe you can club someone with this.
That's hopefully the intention of it.
Oh, so we're clubbing.
Well, punching, but yeah.
This doesn't look good for punching.
It's
Yep.
the brass knuckle looking one.
Okay. Oh. Okay. I guess. I mean, I guess I could put this around my claws and just punch people with it, but I don't know.
The barrel has a knife attached to it.
Yeah. Like he's just kind of like looking at it like drunkenly. He's almost stabbed himself on several occasions.
I mean, would he not recognize it from Delmer?
No, that's a different setup. Your firearm looks very different than the one she's building.
What are you building? Because I have a Dragoon musket.
The Apache.
The fuck is the Apache?
It's like a brass knuckle with a knife and a gun.
Oh.
I sent it to you.
Okay.
It's weird. He goes, all right. He just puts it down, pats her on the head, and just goes, "Do you need anything? You need a drink?"
I'm just gonna hold up my flask. I should be fine.
All right. I can get back to guard duty with Rissa before she decides to chain me up and beat me.
Oh.
That's nothing
I'm
new.
it's gonna pique an interest. I'm gonna like look at him with eyebrow raised, and I'm not gonna ask any questions, and I'm just gonna. Well,
I feel like
Give
I
me-
feel like she would
give-
do a sense motive at this.
I was gonna say, give me a sense motive.
Being threatened to be chained and beaten. Holy shit! What kind of employer does he have?
somebody come get both of them. They dance like strippers.
Oh god! Wouldn't it be like? Oh shit!
Oh god damn it!
That
Rainier,
means
you
he
okay?
tells the.
If you're gonna talk to her, take her to a different channel because the entire party does not need to know this.
Oh god damn it! I don't need to also say it on stream, so give me a second.
They be fucking.
Wait, what, really?
Sarissa, depending on if she senses motive really well, that could go horrible for him because Sarissa's really the secret abusive wife.
There you go, Sel.
Oh, spicy.
Uh huh. Have fun with that information.
Yes, I will.
Alright, Rainier is gonna be like, Gotta go before I get in trouble. Bye bye. And he like stumbles out of the room, just like runs into the wall, closes the door, and then runs into the wall in the hall,
That's a
and
real
then
Bugs Bunny-esque sort of situation.
yeah, like he's not running, he's like just stumbling around and shit.
Benny Hill's theme song plays.
All right. So with that being said, that is the night.
Um,
All right.
don't
So
sleep very well.
yep. The next day rolls around. Runier is kind of up helping the crew with things. Delmer.
It's fucking dead.
Delmer, you wake up and she's just kind of like playing with his hair and going, "Good morning. Shall we go back to the world of the living?"
I do hope you forgive me for last night. I wasn't at my pig game, you see.
Oh, trust me, I understand.
You've been doing this for as long as I have.
Holy shit.
Who
I
has the
know my
highest?
Yuki can be intimidating.
Who has the highest charisma in the party?
The highest charisma in the party, I believe that might be.
It's Graha.
I think it's Graha.
It was Shyla.
So
Really
I go.
strong.
I
Well, no,
take
wait.
this back.
There's one person that might have more higher than him, but that person's not here yet.
Yeah, it would be Miyuki.
Miyuki, yeah, I think Miyuki has a higher charisma than Graha.
Where is Zippity? Did we get any?
I haven't heard from him, but he
I
also.
haven't heard from him in like a week.
Well, I
Or-
saw him Monday, so he was on the stream Monday.
Oh, he's alive, at least.
Yeah, but recent events have caused his life to get a little busier. So he did state that it'd be sporadic for a little while for him to be online or not.
Mm.
Right. So I bring us back onto the ship, and I stumble my way to a Grahatia.
And
So-
she will pat him on the head and go, "No, if you excuse me, I'm going to take care of some things."
I want to do a sense motive because I want to know what exactly that pat was for and the tone that she's taking. So give me a second here. I'll get you a sense motive.
Mom, we need to have a talk.
Oh, why?
I have questions. Let's go sit and talk
Oh,
privately.
hon, I know you don't need the birds and the bees conversation.
I'm not that naive. I have other questions, mostly involving you, Dad, and a rough guesstimation of sibling count.
I don't have a sibling count.
Well, then I have other questions about Dad and you. Let's go.
Okay.
And so Vishnu is sitting with Grahatia as usual, and he has 27.
Oh, Jesus. So, Delmer,
So-
would you like to do a bluff check to hide
Your poor
Fuck no.
performance.
No.
He's sensing motive on both Delmer and Suna.
Okay. Well, Suna doesn't
You don't
have.
need. You don't need to bother with her. I'll fucking tell you straight up. Graha, can I ask a favor? You seem like you've been with a few women.
Jesus, I rolled shit.
Oh no. I guess I'll try.
No, Renier's role was supposed to be her.
Mm.
I don't suppose you could teach me how to be better in the sack, could ya?
Oh, I meant the sense motive.
Oh yeah, you can do that.
You know, when it comes to that sort of thing, I think Uncle Bob is the best at it. But
Uncle Bob ain't here.
there's some books in the library that we could get you. I'm sure one of them can demonstrate the
This
best
ship doesn't have a
techniques.
library.
I know, but he's talking about a library.
Okay.
No, I want to fuck her tonight. I need to learn. Teach. Man, anything. A +1 will do.
Wait,
I
wait. Okay, I have a question. How does that work, by the way?
What?
Like teaching somebody something like that.
If you have higher ranks than them, you can teach them how to use that skill more efficiently. But it really doesn't translate to anything in game rules, except for like gives you access to certain skills or languages or knowledges that you normally wouldn't have access to.
So like the succubus did.
Yeah.
So would that give them 1 point, or?
Grahatia
The reason why she was
does-
able to give 1 point is because she had a lot of ranks in that.
That's true. Okay.
All
I
right.
just wanted to ask.
Yeah.
Grahatia does have seduction training. Is that something he
Same.
can pass along to?
That's bluff, isn't it?
No, but he specifically got training.
You
Yeah.
only got 1 point in that.
Yeah, you only got 1 point, which means your chances of teaching it is very poor. It's like you got a lesson on how to make beef Wellington once, and are now being told to teach an entire class how to make beef Wellington.
All right, that's fair. I 100% understand. So he's gonna look over at.
Beef belly isn't too hard to cook though.
But,
And in like the big scheme of things, like if you learn the recipe, you could probably like teach it.
yeah, but I'm saying like you saw the recipe once.
It's like I think a better thing would be bouillabaisse because that one.
Yeah, but it's basically something you saw the recipe once, and then you have to teach a class that recipe from memory.
You doubt my skill.
He just shakes his head. He says, "My training isn't enough to be able to teach you. That's why I suggest looking at a library when we come across. Until then, keep practicing. Practice makes perfect, as they say."
Can I practice with my hand?
No.
At that, he chuckles and says, "Rosy palm, my friend, rosy palm." That is exactly what he says. Her 5 sisters shall teach you well, sir.
Mm.
Oh my god, we're horrible fucking people. Alright.
So,
And I'm the least off colored right now.
is there anything I can do to get a bonus to next time I perform?
Unless you can find a way to up your charisma.
Is there an fucking hold on? I will waste all my money.
Give me a second. It's called. I think it's this spell. Is it this one?
Headband of Alluring Charisma.
No. There's a. You can make a scroll, dude.
Oh.
I mean, you don't have to have it. There's that one.
A scroll of enhanced dicking.
It's sticky.
Hey, I'm gonna I'll offer Marsh the spell of haste and bull strength.
Oh, jeez. No, you want Bear's Endurance.
I don't have that. That's why I said I'll offer him the spell of
Yeah,
haste.
yeah. So it's Eagle Splendor and
Bull-
Bear's Endurance. Bear's Endurance is Constitution. Eagle Splendor is Charisma. You have both of those, I know. Druids get both of those.
Okay, so Eagle Splendor.
Yep.
What does that give me? A +4 to Charisma?
Yeah, +4 to Charisma, and Bear's Endurance gives you a +4 to Con.
Okay. And it's Alchemist 2. That doesn't tell me anything.
That's
Bard
what.
2.
These are all the levels that the classes get them at. That's the spell
Yeah.
level.
I'm just trying to work out cost.
Okay.
Does
Cause
he,
I-
does
cause
he
I-
have to make a scroll, or can he just cast a spell?
Someone else can cast the spell. He has to still make a scroll. Because that's the problem with artificers. They have to make an item.
Oh, they
Makes a
can't.
ring.
He makes a ring of sexual tension.
No. I don't want to be wasting all my money on this, but I do want to have a good fuck.
Well,
I'm watching.
Before you get too far into this,
on the side of the room.
I am going to let you know that you are now reaching the port. So
And what is Saradith doing?
I was just watching the conversation from afar.
Oh, okay.
the name of this port, by the way, is called Tradepost Harbor. It is the capital of Mead. All right.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell him. I'm gonna tell Delmer that he should check in this town as since it's the capital of Mead, that they would probably have what he was looking for as far as material for a book.
At this point, the captain looks at you all and goes, "All right, it's time to disembark. Get the hell off my ship." Or actually, it's a
Okay.
goblin. So it's like, get off my ship!
Alright,
Thank you for the thank you for the transit.
Yes,
Right.
thank you.
Yes, anyone would think we weren't welcome.
alright. First thing first. I'm going to a store.
Grahati will grab all his belongings and leave.
Ego will do that sort of half cripple walk with a big staff and just slowly make his way off the ship.
A limp?
What?
A limp?
Yes.
Okay.
He's gonna make. He just sort of uses the staff like he's leaning on it, making it look like he's got a limp.
What'd you do to yourself?
Nothing.
Would you believe me? Would you believe me if I said I tried to fix my voice and ended up hurting my foot instead?
You're a caster. That wouldn't shock me.
Moving on.
Mm,
He says as he just sort of wanders off.
Alright. So, the town is much larger than Clint Harbor and Little Oak Harbor. Tradepost has quite a variety of ships coming in and out of it, including ships from the other countries, so you see quite a variety of flags being flown. There are also quite a bit of pirate flags being flown here from various pirate vessels and privateers who are being hired for their services to basically go raid the other countries. The docks are filled with much hustle and bustle, with a wide variety of races, even those from the underwater races, including the Undine, and even, in some cases, Sahagin and a few other fun creatures.
When Grahatia sees the Sahagin, he remembers the duel on the ship, and he growls a little bit. And Vishnu's tail is wagging. He says, "Vishnu, eat fish, man." And he just shakes his head and says, "Later."
Uh, Upon the Sahagin noticing that you guys are looking at them kind of funny, that they're going to scurry a little bit farther away from you guys as they're continuing to do their business.
How many flags are from Gustav?
There's about like 2 or 3 of the ships here are from Gustav.
We want to steer clear.
When you take a closer look at their ships from a distance, basically like you just get a little closer and you try to look at what kind of ships they are, you notice that they're all trade vessels. They're not like heavily armed. They don't have a lot of soldiers. They're just traders that have the requisite amount of security.
If I want to do general knowledge, what do I roll for?
Knowledge on what?
The general city and basic info as to what's going on. Like,
That would be knowledge local or knowledge geography.
okay, hold on. My local is what? Why was there an error with that?
Hmm. $11.
Okay,
All right.
the plus didn't come up, but it should have been a +4.
You gotta put it next to the D20. You say 1d20 plus 4.
You put a space.
You put a space for 1, and you're supposed to put a 1 in front of that D. There you go. So an 18. All right. So you would know that. God damn it. What am I looking for? Assets.
There is something specific I'm looking for, but general knowledge would help out further.
All right. Most of the general knowledge is kind of like you got an idea who the mayor is. You get an idea of what's going on in the town. This town's known for its trade. It's the primary trade hub of this area, so you get an idea of what's going on there. The town gets a little bit of its supplies from what's the one we're looking for? Is it this one? I think it's this one. It's pretty, but it's not what I was looking for. Okay, my bad. It gets its supplies from various locations, but it does make some of its food from a nearby waterfall that they've attached a water mill nearby to. So they can grind flour and things of that nature. But for the most part,
Go ahead.
for the most part, this town is known for being a massive trade hub in the area. And this town is known in Mead as being the town that you could find anything for sale if you know how to look
Nice.
for it.
Excellent. That being the case, Ego will hold on. How many bars are here?
There's quite a
Or-
few, but not as much as Little Oak Harbor, but about a standard amount for a city of this size.
Okay, then Ego will go into the nearest one first. Say to the barman, "Tell me, good sir, I'm looking for someone to hire who's relatively well built. The kind of body of an ox, brain of an idiot type person."
All right. Give me a diplomacy check. And are you going to be dropping any money on it?
Yes.
How much are you throwing down on the bar to get this information?
12 gold. Hold
Oh.
on.
Oh, yeah. All right, so while he's doing that, what is the party just following him just to make sure he doesn't get himself into trouble?
Did he ask anyone to come along with him?
No,
Would
but you can if you
Would I
want.
have known anything else about the area that he didn't know with the 23?
With a 23, you know that the black market is quite heavy here, and with a 23, you have a good idea of where you could find it.
Man, you just gotta talk to your party members.
Oh, I might be doing that later for a ring or two. Has Megan's has that ruled yet? Because there we go.
Yeah.
I just keep getting 18s.
Yeah, apparently.
And we're here at Sarissa's quest, and we're supposed to start to look for rumors of which gang again here?
The gang that is here is known as... Give me a second, I just had it. The Darkshore Trade Company.
Okay. Can I start looking for some information?
Yes, you can do diplomacy checks to get some gather information on the Darkshore Trade Company.
Okay.
Alright, so you dropped 12 gold there, Ego?
Yes, and
The guy will pick up one of the coins. He's kind of a gruff human. And we'll kind of look at it, bite into it for a second, pocket all 12 coins, and goes, if you're looking for someone who's got more muscles than brains, then you might want to try a lot of the sailors and laborers around here. But if are you looking for someone who can fight? That's a different story entirely.
I'd prefer someone who knows how to fight.
Oh, then that's a little different. And
I'm sure you know someone somewhere.
mm,
Ego will throw down another 2 gold.
well, the best I can tell you is there are several mercenary groups around here that commonly hire out guys to help with some of the privateering. You're looking for a guy that suits your needs, that'd probably be the place to go.
How many could I... Point me to them if you would.
I don't have the time for that, my friend. I gave you the best information I can at the time. Uh, I suggest you go ask around. I'm a little busy. I got drinks to serve.
If you say so.
All right.
Ego will just... And... Right, what do I roll to try and find them?
Well, you got your other party members who are outside the bar apparently, and Graha.
Yes.
All right, so you're looking for. I'm trying to remember exactly what it was again.
Information on the Darkstar Trading Post.
Uh,
I'm
there,
looking for or Darkstar Trading Company. Excuse me.
the Darkstar Trading Company runs a shop in the business district. They have several warehouses, things of that nature. Um, but they are a legitimate business in the area.
Okay. I specifically, in my information digging around, still using this 21. If I can, I'd like to try to find a specific associate.
Okay.
Much like we did with the last guy, I think I need to acquire a house.
A house?
Yes.
You mean like what Salvarius has, or an actual house?
Last time when they held up the place, he took that deed to the guy's property and had it signed over, and it was his.
So wait, you're gonna have a house in every city?
If that's what it takes.
I will have walked off. I'm gonna go look for supplies to make ammunition and stuff.
Okay.
I'm gonna like begrudgingly like walk over to Delmer and be like, do you want to go get some like powder and stuff with me?
Oh,
At this point, by the way,
I mean, as long as you don't try nothing.
Rissa's mom has also departed the ship and gone her own direction.
I will find her and I will fuck her. We do have to stop by a general store and see if I can find some
Wherever
scrolls.
you go, whatever you do,
Where you go?
right here waiting for you. Whatever it takes until my phone rings. Sorry.
Actually, that's saying I want to try and invent something.
Okay.
I want to try and invent a record player.
To play
Okay.
only Careless Whisper. That's the
Oh,
only
God.
song it knows how to play.
Because I know in order to record something, all you need is a machine with either a diamond or titanium tip to record the vibrations of the input, and that's how
Right.
you carve it in. So I was hoping to try and invent that in free time.
Okay.
Are we gonna have a record store?
Not a
Seven
record,
coming?
not a record store, but like just yeah. I just want to be able to listen to my sick beats.
Is it Fergalicious?
Yes. I mean, technically no, because they don't exist, but or she doesn't exist.
The Black Eyed Louise.
Oh Jesus.
But what I could do is I could record a scary sound and play it back on loudspeaker.
All right.
But yes, let's go.
Apache Death Whistle.
But let's go to the store. Let's go shopping, bitches.
I'm not gonna say much to you at all. Like, I'm just like trying to patch this over, but I don't really know how to talk to you.
I mean, I said if you try and feel funny, I'm not gonna, refrain from beating your ass.
Ooh.
Oh boy.
Rax whip. And good stuff.
Good stuff. God damn.
Oh gosh.
So, are we at the store?
Yes. You do.
The carrot was really bitter. Ah.
You do find a store that will sell not necessarily black powder, but it will sell the materials. It is actually a magician's shop for components, because the components you need in order to make black powder, if you've never looked this up, are also the same components you need to cast fireball.
Sulfur, charcoal, and potassium nitrate.
Yep.
I do believe.
Or in this case, you could also use in a pinch, sulfur bat guano, and a few other fun things.
Well, I know I have a bit of sulfur, and a little bit of potassium. Not a lot, but like bare minimum. Charcoal, I have none.
Right. That's a common spell component.
So
I'm
I
here
guess
for bat shit and
so I'll go ahead and I would like to request. This is a magic shop, correct?
Yes.
So charcoal, about 4 pounds worth. 2 pounds of potassium nitrate, a pound of sulfur, a burlap sack, 3 pieces of parchment, and an ink vial.
They're like, okay, that's fair.
I'll also ask about the 2 scrolls, the Eagle Splendor and Bear Almighty.
Bear's endurance.
Bear's Endurance.
They're like, all right, if you so desire for those things, they would have you pay the standard price
Of
for those. Give me a second. Let me look. You said it was charcoal.
4 pounds of charcoal, 2 pounds of potassium, 1
Yeah.
pound of sulfur.
This sounds like the ingredients for a huge ass bomb.
This is the ingredients for gunpowder, my guy.
Wait, you said bomb and charcoal and ingredients for bomb. So, hello again, FBI. We welcome you back to the stream.
Yeah.
Hope you enjoy it.
Hello, we are
I'm
plotting
very much
fantasy.
enjoying it, thank you.
So I'd also like to look around for any metal and rust.
All right, so it's 5 silver pieces for a stick of charcoal.
FBI, open up!
Damn, that was quick.
God damn it.
You're welcome.
Hold on. While you look up the prices for that, where are you at, Mr. fucking Lolly?
People's like, peace out. Yoink, yoink.
$5 GP. No. Okay. Alright, I think I have the amount. Not too bad, though. Alright. So I'm guessing you're grabbing the same amount of information? Or stuff?
Who are you talking to?
I'm going for the back 10 and shit.
You're going the more basic route?
Yeah, I'm going the yeah.
Okay. Marsh's stuff, because it's more refined, is 73 gold. Your stuff, because it's more basic, is 32 gold if you're going for similar amounts.
Yeah, I would like a decent amount. Into 32.
Okay.
I'd also like to buy, like, 5 alchemical cartridges.
You're gonna do what?
Buy 5 alchemical cartridges.
Okay. Those are not for sale, sadly,
Oh, fucking hell.
because that's a straight up firearm thing.
Fuck. Okay. They probably look at me funny. How much did I buy?
You bought. You bought like I think it was like 10 pounds of essentially gunpowder.
We're back. Sorry, so how much am I paying?
72 gold.
Fuck!
That's like 10 pounds of gunpowder, dude.
Yeah, he
Oh,
was
boy.
telling me
I'm just
about
writing
how
it
how a
down.
water elemental rolled.
Alright, 72 gold is redacted. I'd also like to leave a tip of 15 silver.
Okay.
What other things do they have around the shop?
They mostly got stuff like that, you expect spellcasters. It's all spellcaster components
Oh,
and
so
shit.
it's like it's components and stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
When you said magic shop, I thought there were like items and shit.
Oh,
Dude.
No, it's all components and shit.
can I ask if there's any rusty metal rods or staff components around?
You mean rust?
Yeah.
Yeah, they have rust as a spell component. So yeah,
What, really?
Mhm.
Yeah.
What spells use rust?
rusting grasp.
Okay, Anne.
That was eerie.
On time and everything.
It's like they've been playing this game for a while or something.
Yeah, it's not like we've been playing this game for years, and that's like the most common fucking spell for druids to ever use.
Alright,
It's
I
not
haven't
like
used it a
they've known
single
each
time,
other
and it's
for a
been over
long
a year.
time.
2 pounds of rust. I'm making thermite.
Oh god.
What's that for?
Oh, we're doing aluminum and rusty iron balls. Oh, hello! I remember that science experiment.
I have 2 ideas for it. One is so I can craft while on the go. Because for harder materials, you can actually use heat as a form of crafting to heat it up to allow for malleable state. Without a forge. And secondly, I'm gonna put it up against Ego's throat so he never speaks again.
You can try that if you want.
I also am gonna need stuff to make my musket balls.
Okay.
Ooh, big balls.
Or they're just lead balls.
Big balls.
They're just lead balls.
Bed balls.
Okay, I go buy a fuck ton of ball bearings, I guess.
Yep.
Lead ball bearings.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. You found lead
He's
ball
making
bearings.
explosives.
Yeah. Like a lot of them.
How much are they?
It's a bag of. Give me a second. I know what the item is too. It's gonna drive me up a wall. Give me a second. It's a 2-pound bag. And if the friggin' thing would just, load.
Oh, I forgot to mention my face is kind of puffy because I was crying a lot
Yep.
the night prior.
I'm thinking, cause
So it's like
for
a
this,
visible thing.
do they sell gems?
Soul trapping gems.
What? No, well maybe.
Speaking of soul trapping, has anyone tried the Elder Scrolls Online?
Yep.
Yeah, not a fan of it.
Really? Why not?
Way too
I don't hate
clunky,
it,
doesn't
it's
fit the
just-
theme.
Like I don't hate it. It's just it's got way too much pay to win mechanics. Like a lot of the game seems to be behind a paywall. Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
Okay, everybody got silent, so I was like, "Oh shit, did my thing just fuck itself?"
No.
No, I was reading.
No.
Anything on my end, Jim?
I'll get that in a moment.
Of course.
Give me a second. God damn it! Just load the damn thing. Marbles. There we go. Um, it's 1 silver piece for a 2-pound bag of marbles. So for a 2-pound bag of little metal balls, I'd probably say it's probably like 5 silver pieces, which would give you 50 of them.
I'll get another 10-pound bag of them.
Okay.
Damn.
Ah. Okay, eat up that. Oh,
Right.
oh
See,
no,
I
I'm
see
not
you have
restarting.
1 sound pad.
Yeah, I got it.
Um,
Unfortunately, I can't use it until I restart my computer.
yeah.
That's some shit. But that's okay. I'll work with it later. Alright. Alright, Graha. Graha. God damn it. So you're looking for a house in particular?
Yes, I'm looking for the associates of one of the of like some lower level associates, and if I can find anything out about them, if they sound shady, I want to steal their shit.
Alright, you find like you can at least find their office. I don't think you're gonna find any information about any one person there.
Okay, so I find the office.
Yeah, you find their business office that they do a lot of trading out of.
Where is this at?
It's in the business district.
Darkstar Trading Business District.
Yeah, it's the Darkshore Trading Company in the business district.
Okay. When I come inside, as long as I'm not attracting any just beyond normal attention, what do I hear going
Uh,
on in here?
you hear a lot of people talking, discussing things of that nature. Um, and there's definitely a lot of discussion going on. You do see someone behind the counter. She does have a nice loot next to her on the wall. Uh, but that's her picture right there.
Hmm.
Okay. She looks dangerous. Can I give you
Well,
a skill check of some sort to determine what she might be and maybe compare her strength to mine?
sense motive.
All right. Nope.
Nope. Uh, you do notice that she does have a rapier on her belt, but it seems like it's there for mostly, just keeping an eye on people around her. Like she's part of the security of the place, if anything.
Okay.
But she's very smiling. She's very interacting with a lot of the customers. And when you come in, one of the secondary people kind of notices you, kind of approaches you. The gentleman goes, "Welcome to the Darkstar Trading Company. What may I help you find this fine day?"
He clears his throat. He says, I'm looking for creatures, beasts. I hear that this city has lots to trade, and your
Y-
name comes highly recommended.
Thank you. Yes, there are quite a few beasts that can be traded, depending on what you're looking for. Um, there are, wargs, wolves, things of that nature. They're, the more common ones. Then they're the harder to trade, with, Pegasi and things of that nature. The occasional griffin, if we get our hands on it.
And they already come trained, or are we talking about they're young?
It's a mix of both. Getting one already trained is much more expensive. It takes a lot of work to raise these.
Yes. I also hear that you're taking of any goods. Is that so?
Any legal goods, yes, of course. We make sure that we abide the laws of the area.
Oh, I see. And what would be the price on some of those wargs? Trying to look like he's interested at least.
Wargs. Let me see. Let me check our records.
I'm back.
Yep. Oh, someone disappeared.
Just March said he'd be back.
Oh, okay.
I just want to throw out. I'm looking at stuff. We could buy a flying carpet for 20,000 gold. Just throwing that out there.
Yep.
About that, Zego's taken leadership. He's wandering around looking for someone who's fairly capable in a fight.
All right. Did you have someone in mind, or do you want me to make someone up?
Well, I was going to use one of the guys that cowed down in front of us, but from what I remember, you said that they were gone or they were sticking by the city.
They were sticking by the city.
So I'll make someone for that.
All right. So the question is, do you have someone in particular you're looking for, or like style of character? Because I know you wanted someone big and beefy.
Well, simply put, Ego doesn't exactly have a lot in terms of physical strength, so
Why was I moved?
I don't know. I didn't move you.
Someone moved me to Wildland.
Okay, that was weird.
I
Uh,
didn't move you.
Wasn't me.
I thought you left. I thought you said I'll
Yeah.
be back, and then you
Yeah, yeah.
left.
Yeah, to the toilet.
I have no idea then, because
Oh.
you said I'll be back, and then you were gone.
All right. You're looking for kind of a beat stick character, huh?
pretty much somebody basically just if anyone gets too close, they can basically just give them a good beating and send them packing.
All right. So your choices are barbarians are always a good choice. You remember Grog.
Yes.
Fighters are always a good choice. They have a lot of feats and cool abilities. Paladin's not a bad choice if you want to be good. Not to mention their defensive abilities are really kind of cool. Let's see what else is there. Magus is not a good defender. They're more of a attacker. Brawler's not a bad choice, but once again, not a great defender. Swashbuckler's not bad if you want like a quick little fast defender.
Now, I'm not sure what we will be getting in the fight-wise, so I prefer someone who could take a
And
bit of a beating and give one in return.
and then there's also Samurai, which can initiate challenges to foes and stuff.
Okay, I've never heard of that before. How does initiating a challenge work?
For a Samurai, what they can do is they can yell out a challenge to a foe. If the foe attacks anyone other than them, they take a penalty to their attack rolls.
It happened
uh,
to Grog in the battle in the castle.
Yeah, you remember what happened to between Daffy and Grog? Like the two had to focus on each other, or they took penalties.
Oh, okay.
Samurai are really good at tying down one foe, and they could also unleash a lot of pain. And they can be built to do a defender build, if you want. The same can be said about Barbarian and Fighter. All three of those can be easily defender builds. Paladin as well.
Okay, I'll talk to you about this later in the week.
Yep. Well, we'll see what we can find you later. And I'll help you build it because I got NPCs to build too for next week's game.
Okay.
All right. So, the wargs. Is Rain back yet?
Yes, I'm here, and I didn't go anywhere. I was just waiting for you to.
All right. The wargs are 500 gold a warg.
And roughly how strong are they? He asks.
No, they're moderately strong. They're usually a little stronger than about the same strength as a wolf. Sometimes they're more physically strong than a wolf is, and they're definitely more intelligent. They stand about 3 foot tall at the shoulder, and they weigh about 250 to 300 pounds. And they're commonly used by goblins as mounts.
Okay. Can they get?
Oh, that's perfect for Grahatia then. He's a little fucking gremlin.
No, he's medium.
Though the downside is they are rather aggressive and they tend to well, most people have trouble dealing with them because, well, they're not necessarily great with people.
Can they be trained to get stronger, or is this like you get it and you got it?
They can be eventually trained to be stronger, but it takes a lot of work. But they are combat capable upon purchase.
All right. If you want, um, I will take. I will take a leadership feat if you want to take a monster as a class character. If you're game for that.
We'll have to talk about that later then.
Sure. I want to make the purchase make sense in game, and you said 500 gold for a ward, right? I can
Yes.
do that.
Okay. You do know wargs are neutral evil, right?
Yes,
Okay.
that's fine. But at the same time, if it does what I want to do, I don't have a problem with that.
All right, fair enough.
So, good man, show me the back. I wish to have the pick.
All right, and he'll smile and show you to he'll clap his hands, and one of the other workers comes up and goes, please gather the cart. We are going out to the we're going out to the pens to have him pick out his warg. And the gentleman goes, yes, yes, sir. I'll get it right away, sir. And he runs off. The beautiful woman there will smile and come over and goes, it's been a while since someone bought one of the wargs. Yeah, is there anything else I can interest you in to purchase there, good sir?
Grahati scratches his chin and says, I wish to see how they listen before I continue, but I've heard good things about you. You come highly recommended.
Ah, yes, I'm so glad that our word of mouth is quite good. Thank you. We aim to please our customers here. As she says that, as she grins and leans over just slightly as she says that, showing off a little bit of cleavage.
Gratia smirks and says, aim to please, do you? He said, you should let me show you a good time sometime.
Well, I'm always working, so I do not get much time off there, good sir.
Exactly. Very well. He just gives her a charming, shit-eating grin smile.
She goes,
Smug is shit, if you will. And I'm going to flash a diplomacy, I guess?
okay. Alright. And what's your goal with that diplomacy?
To flirt like shit. Flirt like hell, excuse me. Just be the charming bastard that I can be. My, quite a vision of lovely. Are you sure you can be bothered for a good time? I can introduce you to some dinner sometime. That's all he says.
Perhaps dinner sometime in the future, yes. Now, if you excuse me, I do have a little bit of work.
Sure.
Um, and oh, I'm trying to think. She'll smile. How much money does Graha have again?
Enough to buy the warg. But if you're asking how much she can get, he has quite a bit.
Okay. Just needing to know that.
Does she try to take anything out of curiosity?
No, she's not taking it. One of the effects she has is she can detect how much gold coin someone has.
Okay. What is considered the typical rich person in this type of land?
Well, it depends. Like I said, how much money do you have on you is the question. Like, it's number of coins.
Okay.
Okay. So she'll smile at you, kind of play nice with you, and she'll go, perhaps later when I'm getting off work, we'll have a talk.
Sure. He says with a that still smirk.
Okay. Uh. Yep. All right. There's that. Alrighty. So, eventually a carriage will come around, and you'll be ushered into it, taken into slightly out of town, and you'll find an area with the pens of several creatures here of varieties. Nothing that really stands out. The closest thing that might stand out to you is the owlbear.
Okay.
Owlbear, I want it.
Glacier is a trainer of beasts, so he has an exceptional handle animal skill. Can I give you a knowledge nature about these creatures to see which of the pack looks the strongest?
That would be either knowledge nature would apply. Yeah, that would work.
I mean, if you need arcane, I can also do arcane.
Nah, well, wargs are magical beasts. So give me a second. I want to say that might not be that monsters, humanoids, water. Okay, it's Arcana for magical beasts.
Sure. $17.
All right, yeah, you're able to figure out which one you would think is probably the strongest of the three. It's this nice big brown warg with like strong yellow eyes.
Okay,
It,
so
they all have muzzles on them, by the way. But the warg, upon looking upon you, will snarl and kind of give you this look like I am going to seriously mess you up.
so Grahatia goes to rest a hand of his on his blade, and he stares at the warg. He says, "You will serve, or I will kill you. Do you understand?" At his command, his left hand begins to burn, and he summons Vishnu, which is larger than him, also stronger.
It's gonna definitely growl, and then uh,
As he summons Vishnu, his tone takes a much darker tone. He hardens his eyes and gives a intimidate. You will serve. Vishnu barks out in a very intimidating, almost roar. And I will give you Vishnu's intimidate.
oh boy. All right, you're gonna give me the intimidate. There it goes.
18.
All right. The warg will eventually kind of back down a little bit, and the gentleman goes, "Excellent. I see you at least got it to heal to you to a little bit. I'm sure with time you will get it to serve you quite adequately.
Oh
Uh,
yeah.
Here, let us sign the contract here to finalize the transaction, sir."
Sure. He reads over the contract before he signs anything.
Okay, I need. What would be the appropriate skill for this? Appraise. Appraise would be the appropriate skill for this. Or linguistics.
Well, he definitely left linguistics to his sister. And appraise he can do. But it's not his specialty at all.
Fair enough.
Let's see if Vishnu has something better.
Relying on the dog there.
Vishnu is gonna sense motive while we wait. And that's for an 11. Grahatia's appraise is wow. Never mind.
Okay, so yeah, the contract seems fine. Seems great.
Okay. What
Would
does
you not
it-
think about bringing to, I don't know, your party members to read before you do this?
No, it doesn't seem like it.
Well, he's off on his own. Now, what does the contract stipulate?
It's just basically, 500 gold, transferring, some things around. Nothing too crazy.
Nothing about serving in our army, or
No,
you
no,
have
no,
to pay us extra taxes, or
no,
what have you.
no. It just mentions, hey, any additional services that are required, you'll be required to pay for them as needed.
Okay, so when he notices the additional services, he asks the guarantor of the contract what that means.
If you need them to train it, or if you need, housing or whatever.
Ah, okay. So that would be no. He will sign and pay 500 gold.
All right, excellent. The gentleman will then smile and tell the gentleman to kindly open the gate.
So he's going to give 500 gold in coin.
Yep.
Vishnu is, of course, watching.
Yep.
So when the gentleman opens a gate, he's going to activate his pocket necklace and draw the warg inside.
Okay. So you activate the pocket necklace. The muzzle falls off as they open the gate, and the thing lunges for you, and you pull it into the pocket necklace.
He just
And
nods.
the gentleman goes, "Oh,
Hey,
the
hold
muzzle
up.
fell off."
They get a DC if they're not a willing creature. I thought I'd throw that out there.
Okay, yeah, that's true. What's the DC?
I can't remember. It's a will save. Let me find it. I can't remember the name of the necklace.
Well, that's fine. If he wants to fight, that's all well and good. I'm pretty sure I can whip Warg's ass. In the meantime,
Let's see what it is.
let's see if I have any information on this.
Okay.
What do you want to roll?
Well, I'm waiting for the DC.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm trying to find it.
All right.
I had it saved on my other computer and it got deleted.
Ah.
Yeah, so now I gotta.
If you want to rule custom, let me know.
I mean, yeah, if you want, it's supposed to be a will save, so you can set the DC to whatever you want it to be.
All right. Give me a second. I'll just
Depending
roll.
on how aggressive the.
Well,
thing
not
is.
high enough, I bet.
Sorry, it's a DC of 17.
Okay, then no. Yeah, it is not succeed, so it goes into the necklace.
So once he sees the muzzle fall off, he's going to look back over at the man and says, "Your equipment is a little shoddy, I see."
Well, we'll make sure that one, it's properly taken care of, and two, the people who are supposed to be maintaining it will be appropriately punished, good sir. My apologies.
Yes. If I would have been injured, I don't think that would have been good for you, as I am a paying customer after all. He just gives him a flat stare.
Oh yeah, of course, sir. My apologies. We'll make sure it's taken care of.
Yes, see that you do. And Vishnu, which is the large, dark. It looks similar to Warg, but it does have some green fire. It stares the man down. He gets the feeling he could be eaten if he doesn't leave.
Yes. Let us get you back to town, sir.
Yes, of course.
And he will take the cart back to their business office. Let you out and goes, many apologies, sir. You have a pleasant day, and he goes back inside.
All right. That could have been a fun thing. So I
So
now have a warg.
I'll be back in like 5 minutes.
Okay.
What is a warg?
It's like a
Like
big
a
giant
wolf, but
evil wolf.
gross.
Oh,
I just
nice.
sent you the stats.
Yeah.
You can pick whether you want the homebrew option in it or not.
Is that something you want to pass my way so I can put it in my notes if I need it as well?
Oh no, it's fine. I got it. All right. With that being said, on to Marsh.
On to me.
Yep.
What the fuck
As
I do?
I believe you were collecting materials and things of that nature.
Yeah,
I
we're
was.
shopping together.
Yeah. And Anne, you're still doing your thing.
I would have seen if anybody else wanted to go with us. I mean, if anybody else needs to go, like for components and shit.
Ego does, but he's not
Yeah, you're not with
going.
us. You went off and did
Yeah.
your thing.
Okay. Then you may want to go with Marsh and sell then, and talk to the shopkeepers. Anne's looking for information on the mislabeled booze.
Mm.
And the shopkeepers are the best people to talk to about that.
All right.
So you got Runir and Rissa with you.
Bet.
Rissa kind of basically looks around, makes a few conversations with shopkeepers. Runir is going to keep drinking.
Uh, Ego will go to the nearest magic store and ask what type of magical rings are available.
They're like, oh, we got some basic rings, good sir. What are you looking for in particular?
Something that would help my constitution, as it were.
Hmm. I don't think we have any rings that would help with that, sir.
Well, what do you have?
We have some basic ones, like, the Ring of Sustenance. That's a common and popular ring. We have several variants of the Rings of Protection. We even have a Ring of Invisibility. That is the most expensive item we have at this time, for rings-wise.
How many rings of sustenance do you have?
Oh, we have like 3 or 4 of them. They're
How
fairly
much?
Rings of Sustenance. You only need one for one person.
I require 2. How much?
If you require 2, then it is 2,500 gold per ring.
Hold on, I want to check what I've got money-wise. Very well, I'll take that. I'll take both. And okay, quick out of character question. From what I understand, the ring means you no longer need to eat, you no longer need to drink, and you no longer need to sleep. Is that right?
That is correct. You only need to rest for 2 hours a day.
Fantastic.
I mean, you're already an elf, so you only need 2 hours sleep.
That was a D&D thing.
Oh,
Oh, right, well, wait. I'll take one of the rings instead.
what?
I don't know if elves still have Transcend. Pathfinder, give me a second. Give me a second.
During our brief intermission for information, enchiladas sounds so fucking good right
It says they dropped trance because they felt was very setting specific. Default Pathfinder elves do not trance. So you actually do sleep normally.
That would be good. So Mexican food or something right now. Not necessarily
Okay,
enchiladas for me.
I'll take both.
Okay.
Or just like a smothered burrito, like chicken burrito.
I made fried chicken, rice, and broccoli for dinner, but I could go for some Mexican for lunch.
After that, maggots will. Excuse me.
All right.
All I've had today is pepperoni rolls.
Is there anything else you have here in terms of protection?
We do have several cloaks of resistance that enable. They're common for adventurers as well. I'm trying to think of anything else we may have. Let me see through our supplies. As you, like the gentleman is thumbing through their stuff. Eventually he goes, "Yes, I did find something called the snakeskin tunic. We do have one of those."
I was about to buy one of those.
I've never heard of this. Please explain.
Really
The
cool.
gentleman draws you over to what looks to be a mannequin. It's wearing this almost skin-type, form-fitting tunic shirt that's made from the scales of some sort of giant snake. He goes, "It adds a bit of protection. It also makes you a little bit more flexible and capable, and it also gives you resistance versus poison."
How much?
Oh, this device, we cannot part for it for anything less than 8,500 gold. The scales, by the way, were made from the scales of a sea serpent of rather giant variety. They're very quite rare, and this was made from by the folks who live under the sea. They saw it as a method of working on their craft, and they traded it to us recently.
At that, Ego will sort of just jerk his head over, causing the screw around his neck to move and tear slightly. About that, how often do you get people from the sea?
Oh, quite often. This is a common trading hub, good sir.
If I were looking to hire some of them for a specific job, would you know where to... Excuse me. Would you know where to find them?
The coronavirus.
He goes, me personally, not so much. We do have people who work with them. Uh, we do know how. We do have secondary merchants that work with them directly.
Can you put me... Ego will put both his hands to his neck and try holding the scroll up. Can you put me in touch with
Some of these
people?
Yes, yes, of course we could do that. It will require a little bit of work though, and frankly, uh, uh, time is not cheap, of course.
Ego will just grin and look at him and then just let the scroll fall down.
you don't say.
The guy will kind of blink for a second and go, "Yes, it'll be a moderate fee of, about 20 gold, and I'll be able to gather the information and put you in touch with them.
How long?
Oh, it'll take a day or two, nothing too severe."
Okay, out of character, would Ego know that we're going to be here for that length of time, or...
Probably. By the way, Sel,
Yeah?
you mentioned enchiladas.
Yeah?
Anne has now grabbed the last two chimichangas in the house, and she's eating them now.
God damn you.
You started it.
I'm so hungry. I have not eaten anything except pepperoni rolls. I had like 3 pepperoni rolls and that was it. Like noon.
You don't know for certain, but that's a possibility. But he does go, yeah, we do have this one particular snakeskin tunic here, though, if you want to purchase that, good sir.
And what did it do again?
Increase to defense, a bonus to flexibility, that she said, or he said, and a resistance to poisons.
Oh,
That's actually pretty cool.
I'll take it.
Excellent. 8,500. Please come with me, and basically he'll lead you over to the main shopkeep, and basically work with you and sign a few, requisite documents, finalizing the sale, and then from there.
wait. Hold on. Ruby, it's not that I don't trust you, but I don't trust you. Ego's going to look over every one of those documents before he puts his name on any of them.
Fair enough.
Smart man. Smart man.
As Ego's walking, you'll hear of the stick as he leans on it, walking forward.
Yeah.
Does he find anything?
Do an appraise check.
Wait, what do I roll for appraise?
It's a skill.
It's a skill.
If you don't have appraise, you use intelligence.
Okay,
This
hold
is
on.
why filling out your sheet is fucking top.
Do I get moved again?
No?
Nope.
All right, so he's doing that. So Anne, give me a diplomacy check.
So who is the bard lady?
The picture.
I think
She was the person that Rain was interacting with in the Darkstar trading company that found a particular interest of him.
Are you trying to fuck a bard? You know it's only she's gonna fuck you, right?
Hey, he flirted with her. I didn't say that he got anything out of it.
Uh, oops, I forgot to put my phone on the charger real quick. All right, the 23. So you do find out that several of the bars here have had similar alcohols being sold here. Uh, Not many though. Most of the bars seem to stick with their standard suppliers, so they didn't go for anything new. But they do note that from the town you've got them from, Clint Harbor and the particular brewery, they have been put onto several vessels and shipped out of the country.
Eyebrow raised. Do you know where?
I don't know details of which country got them. The only ship I saw them leave personally on was a Gustavian trade vessel.
That not
Back
shock
up,
me.
back up, back up. Don't do it. Don't follow. Give up.
That's a common practice of the trader that bought them. So I was like, I'm in danger.
My character just mumbles something under her breath and awkward.
What does she say?
Goddamn motherfuckers.
I'm gonna respond in Aquan. Yeah, tell me about it. I'm gonna look at you and then I'm gonna give you like the bitch eyes, like you know things.
I mean, it was less, I fucked the mother, more like the mother fucked me, but that's another story entirely.
No, my character is already kind of suspect of Gustav right now, simply because the amount of money behind the two groups that we just dealt with and some of the other things don't add up to them being funded by people here.
It's not Gustav. I don't care about alcohol. In fact, you're not allowed it in any of the research departments.
Okay, Ruby, what did I detect?
The contract is on the up and up. It's legit. It's just basically almost the equivalent of a receipt.
Everybody's gonna be so paranoid of signing papers that one day you're gonna make paper an enemy.
Yeah, I know.
No, for certain trading companies, you have to do this. Trading companies like, okay, you're trustworthy, we're good. You just never know which one's which.
You know, Ego, if you wanted spandex, you could have bought it at Bob's place for a cheaper price.
Wait, are you saying that in character?
No, because you're not
Yeah.
with us.
Oh, is he not?
No, he went off on a sound like rain.
Can that sound like me?
I wonder.
Ego will thank them. He will roll up the. Can you send me the stats on that so I can add it to the character, Ruby?
Yep.
Also, with that,
There you
Ego
go.
will go straight to. Thank you. Ego will go straight to the nearest. Oh, there we are. Excuse me.
You alright?
I love that we've all walked off and done our own things, and we have no idea when we're meeting up together. I just wanna.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are gonna have to do skill checks just to find each other.
Where even is Miyuki? Like,
I have eyes in the sky. Do people not remember this?
where's
Alright,
Miyuki
roll
at?
for it to detect us.
Where you at, Miyuki? Who are you with?
Yeah, I need that lollyfuck sex advice to fuck
The big
someone's
group?
mom.
Are you with the big group? Cause he's small.
That's a good question. I don't know where I am.
Alright, so we
You can
just
go with Ego and find a hired muscle and a magic item store. You can go with Rain and go deal with ugly monsters, or you can come to a component shop.
with the rest of the party, and they're also searching for
Other
information,
shops and stuff. Yeah.
information on the alcohol and all that jazz.
Okay, a quick
Also,
question on. Go ahead.
I was gonna say while we're like walking and like in transit between places, I'm gonna be like talking to Sarissa and Aquin about Delmer.
Okay.
Just like I'm hoping I can patch things over. I don't really know what his deal is still, but
Mm.
if we're gonna have to work together, I guess I'm gonna make this okay. I still don't
At this
trust
point,
him.
would I have figured out where your character's from?
I told you where I'm from.
Okay, I just couldn't remember
My
that.
entire backstory.
What is
My brain just Angelica the player
Yeah.
could not remember.
Yeah.
What is Ceritus' opinion on the other members?
I don't trust anybody right now. I trust Rainier because he came and comforted me while I was crying. And I talked to Anne because she's like one of the only other females.
And your employer trusts me,
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, and I trust Bob, so I trust her.
Yep.
And I don't think I have met Miyuki yet.
I'm gonna say I followed whoever to a component shop.
Okay,
Alright.
so you would be with us then.
Alright, so me and the lollipops talking about sex tips as I was explaining my rough night with someone's mom.
Stacy's mom has got it going.
Alright, so
You ever think about that listening to that song? It's like when you're younger you didn't realize, and then you listen to your older was, holy shit.
Oh, no, I knew exactly what the implications were the whole time.
You're like, oh fuck. Literally.
Alright. In this case though, so Miyuki, you'll notice that there is a new person in the party. This person is a tiefling, and she carries herself with a fair amount of charisma, but she's definitely lithe, if anything.
Live?
Lithe.
Live?
Yeah,
What does that mean?
Yeah.
Thin, supple, and graceful.
yeah, thin, supple, graceful. Think like lithe
Graceful,
people, or like
timber.
like
Ballerina.
ballerina or gymnast.
Oh, okay. Okay. That kind of physical traits for a body.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh,
Like doing the whole like he's like, oh, she's so pretty.
Yeah.
Cute.
I'm just every time I see you, I'm just going to like. Oh no, I don't know. You just look like no. You look like a. You have ears, right?
uh-huh.
Okay, I didn't know if the ears were showing. I'm just gonna like rub your ears every time I see them. Ears.
All right.
You're too cute not to trust.
All right. So with a little bit of looking around,
Oh, I'm gonna help Sarissa. What do I need to roll?
diplomacy for gather info.
Diplomacy.
If you're doing it in a friendly manner, which is honestly your best bet at this point.
Oh yeah, I'm like. Why am I rolling so many natural? Why?
Oh, that's not good.
Uh,
16, so.
so it's a 16. So people
I'm
are at
like-
least
People are like a little hesitant because my face is still puffy from crying all night.
yeah.
Like, what is wrong with her? Is she okay? Who hurt you?
Yeah, they really don't give you any more information than Sarissa got. Which was that, oh yeah, there was a ship, it went to Gustav, it had some of the alcohol on it from that particular company, but that's kind of normal, so no one really paid too much mind to it.
Has the local, like, officials been alerted to this?
Not
What
yet.
Like, whole
exactly?
ploy? Okay. So I
What-
feel like that would be a good move next.
What the trading post? Exactly.
Like, the people that run this town and this is the
Okay.
capital city, the people that run this country are aware of what's going
Well,
on.
when Grahatia comes back, he can share some of the information he's learned. But it isn't a whole lot, but it's a start. If that helps you out, anyway.
I don't know, I guess that's up to Ruby whether that's helpful or not.
What
All right.
now?
So you want to go contact the leadership.
I think that would be our best bet.
What would I know of the leadership?
You know that it is a gentleman named Mayor Traven.
Good, bad, indifferent, dad's opinion.
Your dad is not really cares much about him. A 13 will not get you much, unfortunately.
I tried.
It's
Let
knowledge
me
nobility.
try.
Traven is an elf. Other than that, he's not really known for being neither good nor evil. He's just kind of there. And he mainly maintains this area. Um, and you know that this area is known for its trade and defense, so he's probably really good at both. So there is that. After speaking with some of the merchants for a little bit, you'll also notice a pattern. Those who have the most money and have the greater trade skills tend to have more power in the town.
Derp.
So the town definitely focuses on mercantile skills. I gotta go down a little bit. All right. Everybody with me so far?
Which
Yeah.
merchant here in town is the one that normally talks my father's booze at this point?
Like,
So
We would sell it to a trader, and then they would sell on from there. That's how that kind of shit works.
So what's the leader's name? Mayor what?
Traven.
So Mayor Traven is the leader of what city?
This one. Tradepost Harbor.
Tradepost. Okay.
Uh,
I'm writing down notes. Is why I'm asking.
Yeah. If you're talking about your father's trade outside the country, this would be the town it comes through.
Which merchants, which traders are typically the ones we deal with?
He's got a small list of like 2 or 3 of them.
I talk to them first,
Okay. And what are you asking them?
asking if anything else has gone missing, checking in. I'm in town. I might as well keep up appearances as doing what I'm supposed to be doing for my father's business. Surprise inspection kind of thing.
For the most part, nothing really is missing that isn't the usual. Like nothing stands out. Like they did lose a little bit of things here and there, but it's
Barrel or two now and then.
Yeah.
That's expected. That's part of running a business.
yeah. It's nothing like major. All right. So with that being said, you guys are trying to make a arrangement with Mayor Traven to go see him. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
sorry. I was looking
Um,
up types of societies that had merchants at the forefront.
Do you make an effort to catch up with either Ego or myself, or are we still occupied with our previous?
We all
Well-
know where you went.
Well, I mean, the bird can
Ego's-
find you pretty easily. You got like Silva. I keep on saying Silvaris. Jesus Christ. Graha will easily stand out because of Vishnu. It's a large flaming wolf. That much is obvious.
Ego will just wander up to the nearest boat and say to what he thinks is the captain, "You, sir, I'm looking for a good fighter. Have you got one on board that you're willing to sell me or loan me?"
Confirmed Ego likes slaves.
The captain will get you kind of confused and is like, "Get the fuck out! Go to the mercenary group. Piss off."
Why don't you come down here and make me?
Oh My god.
If my character hears about this, you're gonna get an ass kicking from Rainier.
The guy on the boat's like, what the hell, man? Go away. We don't want to deal with you. We got more important things to deal with. Shoo, crazy man.
Crazy? You're the one standing on a boat where it's not moving. And you call me crazy.
We're docked, dumbass. We're trading. Piss off.
Ego will just walk off and flip him the bird with both hands.
Crazy motherfucker. And they'll like go back to their business.
Okay, I'll finally go to the mercenary guild.
Well, maybe you should find the party first, and then you can go mercenary guild later.
Okay. Oh,
Sorry. Okay. What would I roll for that?
Perception.
No.
Oh. Oh.
So I just get lost.
Yeah. Eventually, bird, go find something. See if the bird finds you.
Ego puts his hands around his neck to keep the scroll on. Hey, bird. Where's your boss, lady?
Well, she's got to roll for the bird first to see if the bird finds you.
Oh, right.
She's looking. You could if you possess the bird. Alright, then. Yeah. Hey, 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 hey. Poor Rainier is just like there and going, More drinking. Glug, 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 glug.
I feel like I'm the one that got in the least amount of trouble.
My space bar didn't catch the.
Though I did have a word try to pounce me.
Yeah. Alright, so yeah, you find him.
The bird just looks you in the face like you're an idiot, and then just starts kind of flying and waits for you to follow it.
Ego will just wander on as he's still using the staff to lean on. As he wanders after the bird, I mean. And hold on. Should I roll something to see how long it takes me to get there, or should I just say show up?
But, you can show up pretty quick.
Okay, he shows up and meets up with the rest.
Like, so Rainier's like, so, Mage Boy, you had some fun there?
Did Ego burned on a ship while I was gone, or?
No.
Damn it.
Ego's still holding the scroll around his neck. Yeah, it's some fun. It's a lot of fun to annoy some people.
Do not cause problems in this town. I don't need to deal with that shit.
If that is my employer's wish, so be it. He says with a grin.
She just looks at you like she's gonna rip her throat out. We
So
don't need
vicious.
problems.
So vicious.
Of course not. Whatever the employer wants, the employer gets.
What kind of bird do you have, by the way?
Osprey.
Yep,
Okay.
that, and this may cause some issues. All right, you guys ready? So
Ready for what?
you reach the mayoral mansion here.
Was I found or no?
Do you want to find Rain or not? And
Is he within
Yeah,
500
I have
feet
the.
of
I
us?
said I make the bird go look for rain.
what was that, Sal?
Is he within 500 feet of us?
Yeah.
Delmer can use the earring.
Okay. Marsh.
Marshmallow.
Marshmallow.
Meadow of the Marsh.
Marsh!
I'm what?
You
I'm
can
sorry.
call Rain.
What do you mean I can call
You
him?
two have the earrings.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. I had to deal with something.
It's okay. You right, man?
So.
All right.
Rather not get into it on stream.
All right. Fair
Okay.
enough. All right.
Right. So what happened? What do you want me to do?
You're just telling Rain to come join the party because you're about to go speak with the mayor.
Hold on. Rain, get your ass over here. I'm gonna fucking eat your ass.
What? He just stares and like, ugh. He responds back through the earring. Your mind is constantly in the gutter now.
I can't help it, man.
Go rock her world tonight and quit talking smack to me. I don't have what you.
We'll get over here then.
So I will hop on Vishnu and go bounding through the town.
How does Vishnu feel about getting ridden like that?
Considering he is my partner and we're aligned of the same goals, doesn't mind. But he doesn't ride him like that. Jeez.
Dun, 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 dun.
I ho, see away.
Sometimes I wonder if you just name him Dinnerbone.
No, his name is Vishnu.
Okay, you don't get the reference.
All right.
Sorry. What's the story, Wishbone?
Whenever in Minecraft, when you name tag a creature Dinnerbone, it becomes inverted. So it's like laying on its back, essentially.
Yes.
So you're riding Vishnu on his back.
Okay. So you reach the mayoral mansion. The party does. Let's see if everybody can hear the song.
Yep.
And she has PTSD with this song.
Sounds like we're in danger.
We are.
No, you're not in danger because I am not doing Don Bastardo von Zarevich, the most noble of nobles.
Fuck you, Ruby! I'm tired of the rusty goddamn spoon!
It's a long story. I will tell you guys all about it one day.
Sure. So, as Savarius comes up on Vishnu's back, he hops off and he raises an eyebrow and says,
Oh, excuse me. Wow, actually that would work kind of nicely. It's Minecraft, which is hilarious. Because I didn't want it to look fucking evil. Well, no, I looked up Fantasy Mansion, and it's like, a lot of them are like this really dark and evil and gothic-y shit, and I'm like, that's not what I fucking want. It's like, god damn it.
Sorry that everybody was like dark gothic mansions.
Yeah. Alright. So you do arrive, and you enter in. You get up to the gates of the area, and it's like there are servants kind of looking around, kind of doing their own thing. One of them eventually approaches you. It's a guard in armor, and he's like, "Hello there, citizens. What can I do for you this fine day?" Hello.
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 Sorry, I got distracted. I'm wanting to talk to the mayor about an issue we found. I want to warn him about some issues possibly with some of the traders.
Do you have an appointment?
No, I need to set one up because this is dealing with Ritsu rum.
I see. One moment, please. And the gentleman goes forth, talks to one of the servants. Servant goes running. He kind of keeps an eye on you, smiles, and does make idle conversation with you guys. You know, like the weather, how was your trip, you know, relatively what brings you to town. You know, stuff like that. You can choose how much information you give this guy.
I just small and bullshit with him. If he asks how, it's like, I'm Ritsu's daughter.
Eventually, one of the maids will come out and be like, "Oh yes, welcome to Traven Manor. You wish to speak with Mayor Traven? Yes?
Correct, miss.
Yes. Please follow me. Allow me to provide you to a proper sitting room.
Okay.
All right." All right. As you are led into the place, you're led into a large room, a foyer, with stairs on both sides of the room going upward. To your left is obviously some sort of dining room it was a large dining hall with what's the smells of a kitchen next to it, easily. You're led a little bit forward and then to the right, which brings you to a moderately sized room with, you know, large comfortable chairs in various areas, several smaller tables, and the walls have quite a few books on them, as well as other decorations of like paintings, sculptures, and a few other things. The place is very high end, and the floor is made from a nice polished marble, and the bookshelves are easily a good strong mahogany, if not oak in several areas. And
Okay. He has money.
yeah, and as you sit upon the seats, some of you, depending on who sits on the seats, they're quite comfortable and cushy.
I sit with Runir standing directly behind me and off to the side slightly.
So, Grahatia is gonna cast a glance over at Sarissa. Is this another of your friends? Do you know him as well?
Not as well. I know a little of him. This is more of a courtesy.
The maid will look at you and go, is there anything I can get you for refreshments while you wait? Rainier kind of chuckles and just goes,
I look at Runir and say, put it down. You will not be drinking while we're doing this.
I have my refreshment right here. Thank you. Look.
Fruit. Some sort of fruit juice, please.
Excellent, of course. And for the rest of you?
Vodka.
Oh man, vodka, we fucking out here.
Some form of alcohol. I understand. The rest of you?
I might be assuming that vodka exists, but that's what he said.
Yeah.
I'm fine.
Ego's still holding the scroll around his neck with his hand. Just some water for me, please.
Rope out of my bag, and I'm just gonna tie that bitch around his neck. I'm just gonna tie a rope around his neck.
That's fair.
Wait, are you doing this in character?
Who did we lose?
I don't know.
I think we
Okay.
lost Ting Tang.
Yes,
Yeah,
Lolly
yeah.
Fox is no longer here.
Yep. Might have connection
Okay.
issues.
as you didn't tell Ego what you're doing, Ego's immediately going to grab the rope.
You two have worked together, so you would understand she's not trying to kill you, though.
Welcome back.
Yeah.
Yes, I knew that. Actually, that reminds me. Sel, I have to chat to you about that later. Ego will let go of the scroll, grab the rope, and say,
What are you doing?
You keep holding this up. I'm trying to freaking fix it in place.
Thank you. Go ahead.
All right.
He just sort of stands there and lets her put it round and keeps the scroll on his neck.
After a while, the following gentleman enters. Yeah, we can hear you now.
Ooh, look at that fancy ass man. Look at those pants.
Nice.
Yes.
Oh wow. Elf boy. Sarissa roll to get seduced.
Got some mans. She good.
I just kind of my eyes at whatever happened and go, I have worked.
And he kind of steps. By the way, that's technically he does have rapier on his belt, but he is walking with a cane.
Smug prick. Yeah, that would not be interest of my character.
Yeah.
Rapier cane.
A sword just to carry status.
He'll look upon you all and be like, yes, I am Mayor Traven. And you must be
Sarissa
Ritsu, yes. Daughter of Jonas Ritsu.
Correct.
Yes.
I feel like sidebar. I feel like since somebody has slept with your mom, somebody needs to sleep with your dad.
I don't need the man dead.
Because I'm doing your mom.
Yes,
And she's
somebody
doing
do
your dad.
that.
His dying wish to get a piece of ass.
Lollyfox seduces or succeeds and becomes your new mom.
Oh God. No.
Oh, no.
No. All right. He basically he eventually sits, snaps one of his fingers, and one of his servants comes in with a glass, puts it in his hand, and pours a fine red wine. And then he smiles, takes a sip, and goes, "So what business would a prominent merchant of rum have with me this fine day?"
I can smell it on your breath. Fuck.
I look at him and it's like, this is more courtesy call to inform you that we're investigating a massive rum theft from my father. And some of it was sent here. We know some of it has been sent out of town here. We're just trying to see if we can find who was shipping it.
Ah, I see. And this becomes my concern at this point. Why?
I'm simply trying to inform you we're here. This is what we're doing. We will do our absolute best to keep it as unintrusive as possible to your city. However, when an entire shipment of rum is stolen, there's a bit of an issue.
Well, yes, for your company, that would be quite an issue indeed.
If they're willing to do it to my company, with as well renowned as my company is, I see them not being afraid to do it to others.
Go ahead, Sel.
It is a point to note, per our other engagements, we have found that it is linked to a business in your city.
Oh, really?
Correct.
Yes, it's Darkstar
Trading post.
Company.
He speaks up to give you
Trading, the Darkstar Trading Company. Yes, yes.
It appears they're working with a band of multiple factions of thieves all across the country.
This does not surprise me, to be brutally honest. Their trading numbers have not quite matched up as of recent.
Well, we
So
have taken out 2 of their groups, I believe.
Oh, which two?
Looks at my brain and notes. I wasn't there for the first one. I don't
We
know
took
it.
out the Crimson
Scarlet
Um,
Ghosts.
Scarlet Ghosts were the first one we
And
killed.
the Bloodspit gang in
Little Oak.
yeah, Little Oak and Clan not Clan
we're looking for more information based off other people they're working with and or for to try and make sure not continue and that this audacity does not intrude on other traders' businesses.
Indeed, I would have much issues if they affected my business. So,
Burn it down.
please give me all the information you have on these people.
Gives all of the information.
He will listen very carefully on what you guys have and kind of nod on occasion. And then go,
Also, Savarius tells, or no, damn it, Grahatia tells them where their company headquarters are located because he found their office.
he goes, oh, yes, I know exactly where their office is. They're currently a trading rival of mine.
Yes, they have
Put 'em
some shifty.
down.
They have several shifty people working for them, I'm sure.
Well, that's part of business. It's these days.
I see.
Anyone who can do sense motive, please roll sense motive.
Does it need to be trained or just in general?
I think
And
in general.
who were we rolling sense motive on, and why are you suggesting it?
We're dealing with the mayor of a trading town. Money is king.
That makes sense. So
Right.
Vishnu listens intently and studies the man.
All right.
He's just sat there the whole time. He hasn't said anything.
All right.
Ego doesn't even know where he is.
Sandwich.
Why are we here?
Sandwich!
So moist and tasty sandwich. I'm coming for you, sandwich. Sandwich. Did this not just
the heck
happen?
is this?
I'm so hungry. I need food.
Hungry indeed.
I am fucking hangry.
Well, if you're hangry, I can get you food so you can be less hangry.
Unless you can post me some enchiladas.
I can post you. I can like. What is it? What's the popular app people send shit with these days? Venmo, I
Are
think.
you talking about money or?
Yeah, I can be like Venmo.
Cash
Here's like 15, so you can get your enchiladas.
Nowhere's open. Everything closes at 8.
Do they? Oh, okay.
We're on a friggin' state of emergency.
Anywhere that doesn't have a drive-through, that's right. I don't know of any drive-through enchilada restaurants.
I mean, there's like Qdoba and stuff, but every business is closing at like 8:30.
Oh wow. I got you.
I'll just put it there.
That's a bummer. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's kind of bad. All right. With a sense motive of 25, you know that he's being truthful for the most part. He would really, really like this company to go away.
He would profit from it.
Yeah, greatly.
My character, because I would not roll high enough to know this, is like, so if we ended up having to remove this company, there would be no issues or retribution to us, correct?
Unless you do subsequent damage, no.
So don't.
Your building may be destroyed, but the surrounding area should be left intact, given our track record.
I'm gonna, when she says the building might be destroyed, I'm gonna look at Delmer. Like, I'm just gonna stare at
And what the beautiful thing is, it's partially Delmer and partially the other, characters.
Me!
Yeah.
We set the whole building on fire last time.
So I'm going to walk up, and I'm going to walk up to the others, and I'm going. So, do I know? Do I know he would stand to benefit, or does Vishnu? No.
Vishnu would pick that up as well.
Okay, so Vishnu is going to relay.
Excuse
I'm
me.
going to experience his. Well, he's going to tell me his thoughts. So I will just nod. I'm going to look over at Sarissa. We should speak when we're done here. He just simply says.
Of course.
What about the vodka?
I said he trying to fuck.
Yes.
I just have a glass and toast the mayor. It's like, thank you for your time. I did not wish to disturb you today. I simply wish to give you a heads up for our safety as well as your own.
He smiles and then goes, "Well, you were so kind to give me information. I can at least do the same back to you."
Oh, please, that would be most helpful.
He smiles and thinks for a moment and goes, "Now, at last reports that I read, which were, mind you, 3 days ago, they have a total of 97 employees, 27 of which are combat capable, 13 of which are physical classes that are sufficient skill to cause any threat. The majority of them are pathetic, at the very least, and at least 5 of them have magical casting capabilities." And like he seems to be like reciting this, like as if he was still reading it.
Man has a picture perfect memory.
So, tell me those numbers again. I shall write them down.
He said there were 97 employees that they have. 36 of them are combat capable. 5 of them have spellcasting capabilities, and 17 of which have physical capabilities that would be of actual real threat.
So real threat melee. Gotcha. Okay. Cool. Thank you. I'm writing these notes down as well.
And he's 5 casters.
Yes, 5.
So, and we've killed the Blood Spit gang and the Scarlet Ghost.
Yes. Though they have recently had a recent guest that was unusual.
I would guess as much.
I'm gonna describe this woman.
I did the picture. Which one of these faces?
None of those. As he goes, "One moment, please. Servant, come here." And the maid comes back, and she goes, "Parchment charcoal, parchment ink and a proper brush. Make sure that it is category 3 with the horsehair tip. Thank you."
An artist, good sir.
"Oh yes, I have to do something to pass the time. I do get bored at night."
We all have our hobbies.
Indeed.
You wonder who maintains the menagerie of my father's.
Yes, and I noticed that your father has continued to employ Mr. Valerian there.
Actually, that's me. He is my personal bodyguard.
Ah, I see. And then let's see who else we have here. He looks at you closely, and then goes,
Would
points.
I have ever had any like interaction with him?
Not currently.
Stuff? Okay.
Or no, wait, if with your history, actually, yes, you would. You would have at least been at a party with him.
Okay. I'm trying to stay low key.
Okay. He'll look at
Now that I think about it.
He'll look at God, what's her name in game? Miyuki. Go. You're some sort of performer, I believe, with your movements and the way you seem to be acting thus far.
Well, yes, I am a performer.
Excellent. And then he looks over at Ego and goes, "You, of course, are an arcane spellcaster. That much is obvious.
Yes, indeed I am.
And with some sort of curse on your vocal box, because that is a scroll of suppression."
Yes, indeed.
And then he'll
He
look.
just says with this big grin as if to say, "You're not getting any more than that."
And then he'll look over at Graha and go, "And you must be a summoner, because I've heard stories of your Eidolon."
I see. What have you heard? He asks.
It is a rather large wolf with emerald flame.
I see. He keeps.
I reach over and scratch behind the thing's ears in front of this man. It's like, and he's very sweet, unless he's mad at you.
You start hearing. It starts slow at first, but you start hearing.
And then he'll look over at Saradreth and goes, I haven't seen you for quite some years.
It's lovely to see you again.
Been keeping busy, my dear.
You could say that.
Indeed. Your skills with speaking still sharp as always.
Yes, and hopefully to get sharper as we go.
Yes, you were always such the cunning linguist.
The
I
fuck you say?
nod my head and thank you. It's quite a compliment.
Yes, you speak almost as many languages as I do.
I'm trying to pick a language. Hold on.
Calm down, guys. It's not a big dick contest right now.
No, this is one of those moments where this is something you do because it makes
I'll switch
makes
to-
Mayor's ego feel good and makes everybody else's ego.
I'll switch to Celestial. Maybe one day I'll be able to match you.
And he'll speak back in Celestial and be like, "Indeed, it'll be a most interesting conversation."
May I partake in this
chuckle.
conversation in Celestial?
Ah, another
Yeah, bitch.
another Gustavian.
Wait, no. How the no? He doesn't know that.
Yeah, no, let him
You
finish.
don't hide your accent, do you?
He does. He does,
Oh,
but
yeah,
here's the thing. The gentleman goes, "Ah, another Gustavian. How pleasure to see you again." And then Delmar, of course, will look kind of confused, I bet.
I'm sorry. What?
And Delmar, and he'll go look at Delmar and go, "Your facial structure, your body structure, it's very Gustavian. I've seen hundreds of Gustavians before, and they do have a similar bone structure."
What in the fish tacos is this guy spouting?
What?
I'm gonna look at Marsh. Given that I hold on.
Now, mind you, this was in Celestial, so if you speak Celestial, you know what he said.
Oh, then never mind. I don't know a damn thing that was said.
Yep.
Is he a single man? Like, does he have a family? Like, what would I know about him?
He is single.
Who, Delmar or this guy?
This guy. He's devoted his life to knowledge and basically being a proper tradesman. And trust me, he's had quite a few women knocking at his door.
Crying.
He don't need no thought. Thought be gone.
Now, there's been several occasions where he has brought a woman to his bed, but he's always been upfront with her that it was a one-night occurrence.
Hot.
And that there may not be an additional night.
Oh.
Right. If you were to give this guy an alignment, he's lawful neutral.
About it.
Are we about to see Suna just like walk out of his bedroom?
No.
You-
This guy's
You
not her
hear-
type.
You hear pleasured cries in the background. Suna leaves. Oh hi! I didn't see you there.
He my type. Artsy boy.
Hey, roll to get seduced.
Actually, you would see a lot of similar dress. Like the only difference between like what I wear and what he wears is like from the waist down. Like my pants and like boots are different.
Yeah. But he sits there and goes, "Yes, that's the information I have on them. They do have connections with outside groups. You've given me 2 of them. I know 2 are to the east. As well as they do have a external trading partner that they do tend to favor. Now, they do try to hide it by playing like a shuffle game with their resources, but I was able to discern which couple of traders they favor more than the others."
Finally.
Indeed. So, I'll make you a deal. Since you're going after them anyway. Alright? So let us make a deal if you guys will agree to it. I don't want their building destroyed, preferably, and as few of their resources lost. Now, the personnel, on the other hand, the combat personnel, well, if they happen to fight you and die, that is, well, unfortunate, but can't be helped. But if
What
if-
if we take them alive? He speaks up.
if you take them alive, I'd be most appreciative. What I would like is, once you acquire the building, to utilize a particular scroll. And he, by the way, he's saying this while painting the parchment.
I love it. He is such a classy man.
He goes, and unfortunately, it won't be my best work. I do apologize.
I'm gonna sneak a peek at it.
And what
Can I
scroll is that?
It's a painting of a woman, a human woman, with very tan skin, brown hair, and he's labeling the colors, like brown hair. The eye color was green.
I am sitting there just sipping juice, having this conversation as if there's nothing even remotely off color or questionable morals about this conversation.
How is the quality of it?
I need to do a check.
So do I recognize this woman he's painting?
Just give me a second. I need to look at his level real quick.
Yes, it's my dad.
Sorry, he probably weren't expecting to be like, how good is it?
Of course, I roll shit.
Like me.
Oh wow.
Roll 11 and you get a 16. I feel it.
It's still good.
It's not the most masterful
He
painting.
said
but
it wasn't
it's-
gonna be his best work, but it is still good.
Yeah, it's still rather good. So he does basically go, finish it, and he goes, so the deal I would like to have, and we could always write up a contract to verify this before you leave. Once you're done cleaning out the rather disgusting infestation that is, the leaders of this company, I would very much like its resources. All of them.
And he said he was after a particular scroll. I'm going to ask the man what scroll.
Oh no, I'm going to give you a scroll.
Oh.
This scroll will put you in communication with me and let me know that you have accomplished the task.
If we are to do this, you'll get some of what is in there, but not all, as we will have to cover whatever costs as well as our costs of continuing on to find the rest of
Hear me out.
which is reasonable.
You would say that, but I would like to make sure I have as much of the resources as possible, so in this case, I have a counter offer. I still take everything that they have that's tradable and things of that nature. But in return, I'm also giving you the information for who they're trading with outside, which will enable you to track down possibly even more of them at a much quicker pace.
I do understand, but also we do need to cover the costs, as my father can only assist so much from being where he is, as we are continuing across the country and possibly across several islands to do this.
Then in this case, the counteroffer would be this. You get to keep all the equipment and things you find on the people who attempt to fight you. Anything else that's found, say, in the warehouses, in the shops, and things of that nature, belongs solely to me.
One caveat, anything that is my father's rum is returned to us.
Well, naturally, that's stolen property.
I'm going to tap my earring. Well, I don't even have to tap the earring, do I? I do. So my hand goes up to my ear, and I tell Delmer, "This is awfully suspicious." And this is in common, and it's only said to him. I think we should think about this before we sign any offer personally.
And with that psychic thought broadcast, he lowers his hand and continues watching, kind of keeping this professional.
It's not telepathic.
What is
You still have to say it out loud.
So
It's not telepathic?
No, you
No.
have to say it out loud, and they hear it telepathically. But you still have to
Okay,
respond.
then
You have to say it in at least a whisper.
Okay, then I do not say anything. I just keep my
Okay.
thoughts to myself.
So in Gnomish or gnome, whatever, I will speak to the man and tell him that we can give you the goods, but I cannot promise that the building will survive.
I would
Uh,
I would prefer if the building was majorly intact. I understand that some damage is going to occur. He's speaking in common, by the way. That some damage is going to occur naturally due to combat. And with the fact that you still have Mr. Valerian over there, who is
He's
known.
not the biggest concern with combat anymore.
The
I feel like
fact
most of us are gonna point at Delmer.
the fact that he basically took a table and embedded it into a wall.
Still getting flack.
Boomstick.
I'm gonna look at Rainier and be like, what?
He could put tables in walls.
Excuse me.
I'll explain
The-
that later,
the-
sweetheart.
The story apparently goes for Mr. Runir, that Mr.
I was
Valerian,
there.
that Mr. Valerian there was that he got into a rather rowdy bar fight, and at one point he ripped a table off of its legs, threw it like a discus into a wall.
I just look like,
His
what
nephew
the fuck?
grabbed the barmaid's butt after being repeatedly not to, and then tried to slap the barmaid. Rainier took that poorly, and it evolved from there.
What were you saying, Sel?
I just I'm looking at him in during this conversation in disbelief. Like, no.
Oh, you didn't know that Mr. Valerian is supernaturally strong.
We know.
I mean, I knew he could punch things well,
I'll be back.
but I didn't know he could throw tables.
Oh, yes, it is the blood of the dragon that flows through his veins. Silver dragon in particular.
Silver dragons are best.
I simply smile. Let me talk to my team members, as some of them have questions I will need to answer before we completely come to terms. Would you wish to see me this evening to finish this discussion?
You can stay in this room if you so desire. I will head out and work with some of my scribes to write up an appropriate contract, and then we will fill in the final details when I re-enter the room. If once you're ready to continue the negotiation, please contact Vera here, and she'll be more than happy to acquire my attention again.
Thank you.
As he motions to the maid. And he'll dry off the parchment and goes, "Not my best work, but here you go. This should be sufficient. This is the woman who just recently became a new customer of theirs, and they treated her with abnormal tact."
Do I recognize this person?
Nope.
Okay.
I think she has a new face again.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I'll go write up that contract, and he will go off.
And then
The doors will, of course, shut.
it's almost 10. God damn, I'm tired.
So I'm going to look over at Anne. His character.
He's a rival trader. Of course, there's going to be some issues.
Yes, he does stand to benefit greatly from his competition vanishing. My question to you is rather simple. I know you want to get your father's room back, as that's what you've hired me to do. I understand the goal. But what I want to ask you here is a simple question. Is the other person still in the room?
She will leave the room if you ask her to.
I ask her to please leave,
Yep.
as this is a private conversation.
All right.
I'm not gonna put it past there to be secrets on this door. So, or secrets on this room. So I'm gonna say is who do we want to assist here as long as we get your dad's room back?
I still have to play nice with the mayors of other towns simply because I will eventually be taking over my father's business. Keeping them in the good books and having them pleased with me makes it so in the long run that I have better business deals. So it may not be optimal currently, but if as long as he's happy, or mostly happy, it means that A, he's not going to be breathing down our necks while we do this, and B, he'll turn a blind eye to other things that we may or may not do in the city. As I look at the ones that like to blow shit up, and the one that likes to get into bar fights.
So why don't we see what the counteroffer from the other trading company is?
The problem is the trading company is the one we're trying to take out.
Hear me out. I have a thought for you. Again, trading companies are trading companies. They don't necessarily owe loyalty. They may be trading with them because it's profitable.
See, the thing is, from what we've already known, with having dealt with the Darkshore Alliance before, it's you're not really going to do much. So they're not going to be very good, nor probably very helpful. And this makes it so we stay on good terms. Right now, as much as it would be interesting, I think staying on good terms with the mayor of another town and having another leader that likes us and is willing to deal with us in a positive manner, considering we don't know what the rest of this island is going to be like, dealing with these people, having good words behind us, considering the mayor of our town does not like us, be a wise thing to have in case other people behind us as well.
So you don't think the other trading company would have an equally better offer that's more enticing? Because to be honest, this guy stands to gain majority of profit.
To
He
be
wants
quite frank, he is a master trader.
yes.
He
He-
runs the entire city. I don't believe that a petty thieves guild fronting themselves as a trading post is going to give us any kind of counteroffer that this man couldn't go above and beyond to meet.
Hmm.
Echo will move over
For
and say,
my prior dealings with this man, he is extremely upfront. His contracts are very well written, and he is pretty upfront with everything he wants. He's not going to pussyfoot around the issue.
From what I remember my father speaking, he's also rather fair. Next to Bob, he's probably the fairest of the.
All right.
And this man has tact and extreme wit. You cannot lie to him, or more so, go back on him.
All
Echo
right.
will
So
walk up and say, I don't think that's what Grahatia was getting at.
What, trying to align ourselves with the people that we're trying to snake out, who are a bunch of thieves? There's nothing to even entertain there.
it's more about getting the
To me,
product
it
we're
seemed
after. We don't care if they die or not as long as we get their rum back.
So we let them stay
Oh,
around to continue to steal from people. And then we just end up in this situation all over again.
I want this company gone
I see.
because of what they've done, and doing it this way will be both helpful to myself, my father, and the mayor, which means it's good in everybody's book.
I see. So you don't want just the rum back. You want to punish the group as well, then.
The reason my father sent us out was not simply to get. He wants us to set an example of why you don't do this.
Well, if it's mayhem and destruction you want, that I can do. I'm
I
simply
do not need
considering.
to completely to destroy things. I simply want to destroy the overarching organization.
Maybe I can send my sister some more hands in a jar. Chuckles.
I
To be
twitch
quite
at that
honest,
one slightly and go, I don't need to know about your sister's hand collection.
She wears them on a bandolier, I hear.
Sarissa, would it not be better to make as much of an example of these people as you possibly can? I mean, you said yourself you wanted an example. Well,
Yes,
then,
but the different
why
kinds
not?
of example is there there is certain things too that are almost worse than being absolutely humiliated. Being completely erased is just as bad.
All right.
Oh, I agree. It is, but there's no reason not to gather as many of them as you possibly can.
Oh, I intend on
Torture
wiping
them.
out
Hold on,
their trading
please.
post. I wholeheartedly
Ex-
intend on doing that. I simply want this mayor pleased with us so then I have better dealings in the future.
I see. So you.
excuse me. Please let me finish. Why not gather as many of these as you can alive? Torture them until they retreat into insanity. And there's your example.
PTSD. Go.
I just like you say, did you honestly just ask me to torture that many people to being insane?
You
Because
notice
if
every
you've
time.
been around me long enough to know that I would never consider that appropriate.
Well, you did say you wanted an example. I am only giving you a possible example.
You'll notice
You
every time
asked,
someone says torture, Saradith is wincing.
you asked for this, and Ceritus, I'm sorry to keep saying it, but she did ask.
Gratitude just shrugs. Well, the only thing I would say is we stand to gain more possibly if we keep everything that we take for ourselves. But if you want to give it to the mayor, I don't know what sort of benefit we're going to get. From his counteroffer, we're only able to take what we can get off the people and nothing more.
And
Who
a
knows what.
potential ally for later.
We'll have a backer for later, as well as we know what's on the people is what I look at them as like, and any and all gear on the people. We'll talk about that later.
Hmm.
I mean, there wasn't much
You
left
just
in.
see my character smile at that statement.
There wasn't much left after we finished the Bloodspit game.
God damn it.
In the trading facilities. We'll discuss the rest of this once this is said and done.
Of course. I'm only putting
Also,
options up there.
You just see my character smiling, so you know there's more that I'm just not saying right now.
Well, he just nods. He just wanted to bring to your attention that this seems a little unfair. Well, perceived unfairness is what I would say.
Ego was merely pointing out because you asked for ways of making an example. That would be one hell of an insane example why you don't steal from that particular brewery.
I mean, or just kill them.
It's also evil, and my character isn't evil.
Well, if you
Ego's
want,
not evil either. But you said you wanted examples. The first one Ego thought of was an evil example. Give him some time, he'll come up with other ones.
What is. Never mind.
what if we drown them all?
We'll deal with that because we're probably gonna have to do the same thing we did with the last warehouse group we dealt with, as we did in God. What was the Kulundor Tortuga?
You mean the
No, that would be Clint Harbor.
We'll probably have to do the same thing we did in Clint Harbor.
You know, I'm gonna look over at her. I'm thinking since they have some magic caster, we should find out where they're hidden, and we should have our friendly creatures pay them a visit again. He gives you a wide grin.
Then what do you think I was planning on?
I think an infestation of fleas would drive them away.
Giant scorpions also seem to do a bunch of good.
Yes, yes, they do.
So are we doing this, or
I would say yes.
I'm gonna get up and walk out of the room and go inform them that we're ready.
Yeah, I think we should finish the meeting next game. Anne's getting really tired.
Feel
Okay,
it.
Yep.
understandable.
She's having issues staying awake.
Aw.
And we got Easter tomorrow.
Oh, it's Easter
Are y'all actually
tomorrow?
doing something?
Yeah, for the
For the
kids.
kids.
But I mean, what are you doing? I guess.
I've got 100+ eggs to hide.
Plastic or real?
Plastic.
Plastic.
Okay.
Full of chocolates.
And how much of that candy are you gonna take for yourself?
Some. Alright, so
Oh fuck, Rose hurt us.
yeah, god damn it. So, first things first, let's say goodbye to the stream. So thank you everyone for watching.
Thanks, folks.
Come join us Monday for
Bye.
Multiplayer Monday,
Bye.
where we're gonna be playing Minecraft. Then there's Wildcard Wednesday, which we'll be doing. Please check our Discord or our
Please vote for
Facebook
Skyrim.
page and vote for whichever game you want me to play and see what happens. Cell wants Skyrim.
Some people are voting for Star Wars, and what was the other one? Star Trek, I think.
Let's see what we got here. The current vote, I'm pulling that up right now. Weeping! There it is, it's up on the stream. We got 5 votes for Skyrim, 2 votes for Legend of Zelda Link to the Past, and 1 vote for Star Trek Online this week.
Go for Star Trek.
I will keep sending my link for more Skyrim.
Yep. So, yep, there it is, folks. There's a link. I posted about. I posted.
Oh, wait.
I posted daily.
Uh,
What is it?
Go ahead.
go ahead.
I say I post it daily on the Facebook and the Discord channel here, the Facebook page, and so I try to keep that up to date as best I can. The voting gets deleted every Wednesday at 6:30 because at that point a game has been selected for the week. Other than that, there is also April 20th where we're going to be doing the all-day stream. And I am going to be giving away a bunch of free games. And it's definitely gotten up there, I think, at this point. Let me just see how many game donations. How many are we up to now? Currently, 50 games. I have 50 separate games to hand out. So we got quite a bit to work with. All right.
Before we fully end, are we done chit-chatting? Can we go about the stuff we need to do?
Here in a bit. Alright, so that is the end of the stream, everyone. Thank you for watching this game. Join us and have fun gaming, so toodles!